play the damn thing. Where is it? God damn it. Again, it's doing it. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We're the ones who dare to dive deep into comics. Nothing can compare from Gotham's Dark Knight to Marvel's Mighty Thor. We'll break it down, leave you wanting more. Separate you on a ride where heroes and villains clash side by side. Whether it's DC or Marvel.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here, and this is episode 336. And joining me today, I got Brian.
Yo!
Yes, and we also got a blast from the motherfucking past. We got Frank.
What? How did I get here? What is this? What is going on?
I don't know. It's like we've jumped into another realm.
Yeah, it's back in time. No, it's really good to see you guys again and talk to you guys again. It's been a dog's age +3.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking time.
It's been a long time since I've seen y'all. You know, I'm sure there's a whole lot that's happened with y'all. A whole lot's happened with me, but yeah, nice to see y'all again, man. It's really cool.
Yeah,
you too.
It's been a minute, dude. It's been a minute. I know it's good to see you guys. It's good to actually like be together again. What the fuck happened out there?
Like the bookshelf agrees.
No joke. Much. Like no joke. When I heard that you would come in for this episode, I was like, "What?" I was like, "The Podfather." You know?
Well, nah, I mean, no, Steve's the Podfather. I just worked for him. That's all.
No, I just work here.
Yeah. Steve's the one yelling at us to get shit together and get shows out, and you know, we're just like, all right, Steve, whatever you want, man.
I never yelled. No,
you never yelled. Well, I mean,
a joke. Steve is the best.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's all right. But I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean, like, you know, we as Steve and I spoke about this, you know, when we first brought the show back from its life support coma.
Jesus Christ.
I was like,
it wasn't that bad. Okay.
He might have been involved. Anyway, so what happened is that I was thinking about it, and like, I mean, our lives are busy, but we also love doing this thing, and it was basically like yo, like we need to jumpstart this shit like today, and here we are, and now we still just work for Steve.
And I have to say, I mean, like, it's been a long time, but like, it seems like the production value has gone up so much.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Like, I was looking at that intro, and I'm like, whoa! It was like seeing Star Wars for the first time or some shit. Where it's just, like, all the flashes and the lights and the colors and the song and all the editing, and I'm like, whoa! I'm like, this is a far cry from 2013, 2014.
From when we first started, yeah.
Like, it's been crazy. So, yeah, kudos to you guys. Congratulations to you guys on bringing the game up.
We'd also like to thank technology for doing its thing.
yeah, because that song is all AI, dude.
Yeah,
what?
It was all created. Yeah.
The fuck out of here. Can we still curse on this show?
Yeah, we can still do it. We can still do it. That's fair.
Get the fuck out of here. Like AI, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Language.
Nah, dude, it was all on AI. It's on Suno.com, I think it is.
Yeah, like
very cool.
You just type in like a little prompt or whatever. I basically said like, oh yeah, make a song like a rock song.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Typing up a theme song for, you know, a podcast or whatever. We would talk about comic books and movies and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
and
because
like awesome.
because like so Frank, Steve had sent me the link or the video rather for the song, and he's like, I was like, yo, this is fire. He's like, yeah, I just need to know when to cut it for the show. And then he sent me it when it was finished, and I was like, oh my god, like this a headbanger. Like every time, even now, like that song plays, and I just start rocking out.
Yeah,
It's
I was amazed. I was like, whoa, like, and it has been a long time since I've like done, like, I know podcasting has changed a bit
Slightly, yeah, yeah, yeah.
since I did. Now it's like more visual, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
right.
it's like they prefer to like shoot people doing podcasts, but like actually like looking at them talk instead of just
Right.
hearing them talk. But you still have the avenue to like put it on
Mhm.
like Spotify or wherever
Mhm.
your podcasts are, wherever you listen
Yeah.
to your podcast, right? But like, yeah. So so coming back into it like this, and just like with the AI and the intro and like the countdown, and it's like I'm like so professional. I'm just like, I don't belong in this world anymore. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. But no,
Things have changed just
Things
slightly.
have very much changed.
And it's like when the intro was sent to me, I showed my friend the intro, and he was like, "Yo, you hire like a band?" I'm like, "No, this was AI." He's like, "Get the fuck
exactly
out of here!"
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, yo,
Uh,
Steve
This
put
is like
money
next
into the
level.
production value. And I'm like, Steve's not playing.
No, free 99, free 99.
That's
He
what's up.
finally took the hammer to his ceramic piggy bank to.
Yeah, that's and apparently it was empty, and I got it do pretty good. It's an empty
that's
piggy
cool.
bank. Yep.
Nah, it was great.
Yeah.
It's great to see you guys. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure,
too.
I'm
Absolutely,
sure a
dude.
lot's been going on with y'all. A lot's been going
Oh,
on
yeah.
with me. It's been 10 years. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Life.
glad to
You gotta
be
love
here.
life. Yeah,
Life.
man. It's so good. It's so good. Like it's good. It's good to have like this little bit of a reunion here.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. Like
Man, I
Like, I've-
remember when I was still doing good games, right? And I remember that we had that 100th episode that we tried to do, and
Mhm.
I thought it came out perfect, but then somebody's channel got fucked up, and it was all
Yeah.
it all got trashed. But like it was still like, like I thought like that was like really cool. That was like the last time that we were kind of all together. I feel like,
Mhm.
and then life happened.
Life
But
Yeah,
happens.
exactly.
I did do good games for a good 4 years with
Mhm.
Alex. So
Yeah.
that was fun times. So,
Yeah, Alex was cool. Like I miss him too. Like, I haven't spoken to him in a minute.
yeah, I ran into him at Combo Breaker. I think it was 2022 or 2023. But I ran into him
Okay.
at Combo Breaker. And that was the last time I saw him or spoke to him. But before that, like, it's been a while. It was a while before I actually spoke with him because we stopped Good Games in like 2018.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was 2018 because that's when Izzy was pregnant.
Right.
So I had to kind of like
Step back
move
and
away,
yeah.
and do what I had to do. But
The
yeah,
next
I ran
chapter
into
of life.
Alex.
Yeah.
I ran into Alex, and I talk to him occasionally on Discord every now and again. So he's around. He's doing the same thing. So he's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I know. You had run into the wrestler at Comic-Con.
Yes. I came. Yes, we. He actually messaged me, like a week before Comic-Con, and he's like, "Yo, we should meet up," and I'm like, "Absolutely." So, yeah, we actually met up on the Saturday, and that's when I brought my family on that day too. So he met Miles, saw Izzy again, and it was cool. It was cool to see him again. We hung out from the time that we met. We hung out for like 3 or 4 hours, like pretty much
Nice.
almost until the con closed that day. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Like
it
we
was
would,
nice to see
like
him.
what we used to do. Like what we used
Pretty
to do back
much,
in the day.
yeah. We would see each other, then lose each other, and then
Yo.
see each other
Right,
again.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
I haven't been to a Comic-Con since pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Like-
COVID kind of, it fucked shit up for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like the last time I was at Comic-Con, Megan and I were hiding the fact that we were going to be parents. Like,
Oh wow,
um,
yeah, that was a
yeah,
while back. Yeah.
and like, so I was hanging out with the group of the Articulated Comic Book Art. Shout out to those guys, and so the two of us were sitting at this table. We're in the pizzeria that was like two avenues down from the Javits, about a block and a half away from B&H. uh, and so like there's so many of us from all out of town, especially that like we kept saying to the manager or the owner of the establishment, like, no, you're gonna need more tables. Like there's a lot of us. Like we're like we're all 50 states, whereas some of us from like out of the country, and so like a few of our friends were looking at Meg when she was like, I don't feel well, I'm gonna go home, and and two of them caught on to like something's up, you know, and especially my buddy Swift and our friend Jessica, they're like, no, something's not right here, and
It's like they
we
knew
look,
what they didn't know.
they sort of knew at Comic-Con pre-dinner. And so that's when like we're like, I guess we should tell them. And we're like, hey, so we're having a kid. And then it wasn't until a few weeks later they're like, oh hey, you're having two. So oh man. And now, and you know, now my girls
It's a
are just
double
over.
tap.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
my girls are just over 4, and you're like, oh, you're actually tiny
Wow.
humans.
Hmm.
So yeah. Um, but yeah, that's the last Comic Con I was at. Was like the one where I say the one where like it's a Friends episode, but the one where they found out we were pregnant.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean the same. It was the same for me. Like 2018 was the last one, and then I
mhm,
didn't come. I didn't come back to a Comic Con until last year. So it's been 5 years since I went to con, and then
Nice.
you know, my family had a good time. So I'm hopeful that we're going to be going back this year too. So I'm hopeful
nice.
that we can kind of make it a bit of a tradition.
Okay.
So, what about you,
Uh,
Steve? Are you do-
See,
have you have any
the
desire to go back
benefits
or?
the benefits of working security
Uh-huh.
is that I was able to work Tampa Bay Comic Con twice.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and other than Comic
Very
Cons,
cool.
I've done horror conventions. I've done Spookhala 2 times as well.
There
Oh,
we
that's
go,
cool.
showing off. Anyway,
Yeah. It's not really showing off. It's
I
like
know. I just mess with you.
I got the fact that I got to work, Comic Con twice was great.
Yeah.
Of course, it's different because you're not able to go to like
You're
all
on
the
the other
panels and
side.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But it's still pretty fun. And then Spookhala is great because it's a horror convention. I
Uh-huh.
love horror, so got to meet like a bunch of people.
Wait, you
Fun
love
I
experience.
horror?
actually
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I actually
I do. I do.
actually watched like I know Steve, we talked a little bit back about like horror movies, and I started watching a
Hmm.
lot more. And this was not a really horror movie, but I actually watched Trap earlier today.
Oh,
Oh,
nice, nice.
nice.
I
Um
want
No,
to see that. It's a thriller. It's a thriller.
it's
no
definitely a
spoilers. Was it
thriller.
good? Did it
Uh
did it have a did it, it's M Night, so it had a twist.
uh
Okay, enough
okay,
said.
all right. I'll say it. It's not really a spoiler. Well, actually it kind of is a spoiler. Okay, I think M. Night's trying to do something different. So I'm just gonna say it straight up.
Okay.
Don't expect a grand twist that you would in his previous movies. I pretty much think what he did is that the twist
Hmm.
was was shown in the trailer, where
Got it. Okay.
the guy that they're hunting, or the guy that they're setting the trap for, is the main
Is the main
character.
dude.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I
And
think that's kind of like a viral marketing kind of thing that he was going for, where he's like,
got
I'm
it.
gonna put the big twists in the trailer. More people will watch the trailer, and probably watch my movie because my movies have not been great lately. So, so it's one of those. So it's one of those things that, like,
in all fairness,
it might have worked.
Was really good.
No, Knock at the Cabin was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Old was pretty good too. I really did enjoy Old.
I didn't enjoy Old because
I didn't watch
kind of like just okay. Yeah,
that's fair.
There was so for me, Old was like I think M. Night has a really, really interesting way of, like, his premises are fucking fire, right? Like his premises alone are enough to get you to want to go see his movies, to go to the theater and see his movies.
Yeah,
but his execution for the rest of it,
that's exactly what it is. Absolutely.
That's how I felt with Old, because it's like with Old, you're like, oh shit, I want to know why, right? Like why are they getting old and like what's going on? But then with the like there's some heartbreak.
It just falls flat.
The wild shit with like reaching inside the girl to get the fucking, and then the baby dying because it didn't get in like minutes because it didn't get enough attention. And then the two kids having sex because it's just what their bodies wanted to do. And I'm like, and then the girl got, they had to pull the baby out of the girl, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It just happened so quick. Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the question for me. This is not the question that I want answered. Like, I don't want to see any of this shit. I want to know why. What is happening? And then we finally get to that. We go through all of that, and we finally get to that, and then everybody here saw the movie, right? Just by the way. Okay,
I've watched it.
So
I didn't see it, but I don't care. So.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, here's what happens.
But it's been out for a few years, so it's okay.
It's been out for like 2-3 years. But like,
exactly.
So
you guys can literally just tell me the entire movie. I'm never gonna watch it.
Well, I mean, literally, what happens is we go through all of that stuff, and then we finally get to answer like why. Like, why are they turning old? What's going on? It turns out to be some magic coral reef that the island was close to, and that because they went on the island with the magic coral reef, that it aged them. It aged everyone on that island, and I'm like,
and what sucks is that they can't leave the island.
They can't.
If they try, they wind up dying.
If they So I'm like.
So
okay, you did it again, M. Night. You got me to see this movie, and then
so they're not allowed. So if they leave the island, they die. So is the island nice? Like, do you want to leave the island?
Oh, it's a beautiful island.
Yeah, it's a nice place, but then it's like they just started aging immediately. So. And
they're like, why are we getting old? Why is your hair turning gray? Why are the kids growing pubes and shit?
And then with the whole thing with the scientists that were studying the coral reefs and like basically led the party to that island just to test the effects of the coral reef on the people, and I'm like, oh God. I'm like, where did that come from? That's just okay.
It's
sure.
fucked up. It was a fucked up
filler.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's like the more I hear I'm spoiled by memes, as most of us. So like, anytime you guys say coral reef, I just picture Rick Grimes going coral.
It's fair.
Coral.
Yeah. I have no interest to watch the new show though. Yeah, but I get it. Yeah. Oh, what else? I guess we can get into some geek shit, right? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Hey,
or should we just wait?
I'm just here enjoying myself.
Are we just waiting for Alex?
For now, I guess we'll just say the thing that we do. Like, what have you been watching lately?
Oh yeah, we can do that. So I guess Frank, since you haven't been around for a minute, what have you been watching as of late?
What have you been watching for the last 10 years?
I remember. That's a big question. I've been watching literally everything to keep my finger on the pulse of pop culture.
That's fair. That's fair. Something wrong with that.
And I know there's lots to talk about, like what's real cinema and everything. But I've been watching So I've been watching Batman Cape Crusader on Amazon Prime.
It's so good.
It's so
it's
good.
Really good. It's really good, and I really like the fact that like this is what Bruce Timm like envisioned originally for the animated series, but like Fox had to censor a
Of
lot
course.
of his ideas, and so I mean, what we got was still the classic,
still
and
fantastic,
legendary,
right?
but
Yeah.
like it's nice to see a little bit of it's kind of like a reboot, but like in a good way, where it's like you get to see what the animated series would have been like if he was allowed to have more control over what was
for
shown.
sure.
Absolutely, and it's also more adult than kiddie themed.
Yes,
if anything.
Yeah, and there's still a bunch of callbacks too, like
absolutely.
like in the Catwoman episode, like there's like shot for shot things that happen in this new series versus the old animated series when he first meets Catwoman. Like when swinging with her, she's like my hero, and like even the way they framed him swinging with her, and when she kisses him and he pushes her away, he's like stop, like straight from the old show. But I like there's a lot of like, go ahead, I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that was Christina Ricci, which I thought was fantastic. She did a great job.
That was good casting. Yeah, good casting. And I like the overall like look where it's like really like old school, like they really like leaned into kind of like more like 1940s
for sure,
like Batman, where it's
like noir
series.
type.
Because that was the thing with the original series. It's like it was sort of like out of time. You didn't know what era of Batman it was.
Yeah, it looked like maybe it could have been the 50s or 60s, but then like the technology was just way past that era,
right?
Yes.
So it was just one of those things that no, it's really cool that they kind of like they're just like they've taken like liberties, but like in a good way, with like the characters and the aesthetic, but I also like that they're adding new like villains into the mix, like Onomatopoeia. Right, like I was just like, I never thought I'd see Onomatopoeia. Because he's such a good villain in the comics. Like I think he's an underrated villain in the comics, but
he's extremely underrated.
To see him in the show, I was like, this is cool. He's like, bang,
and,
boom.
And I gotta say, Hamish Linklater voicing Bruce Wayne / Batman.
He is. I think he is as close as we're gonna get to Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace. Right. Like he is. I feel like he's doing such a good job with that.
I feel like he studied Kevin Conroy's
I'm
voice.
Sure he did. I'm sure he did.
But how can you not?
I know.
You had so many years of him doing Batman, whether it's the animated series or even every other little thing that he's done. So how can you not just try
most of the animated movies, the Arkham games?
I think Kevin Conroy's voice is so iconic that they would have done a great disservice not to try to emulate the same intonation, but still make it his own. Where it's like, okay, we know it's not Kevin Conroy, but it's damn close, and he's still able to make it his own in that sense.
Yes.
So I think he has a fantastic voice. Voice.
Yeah, he nailed it.
So I've really been enjoying Cape Crusader. It's really nice to see, like it's like animated series is coming back, and and speaking of which, like My Adventures with Superman is so fucking good too.
Yeah, that one I have not checked out yet.
You haven't seen it? Oh my god!
I have to watch the second season, but the first season I fell in love with.
Yeah, like My Adventures with Superman it's so fucking good. Like it's not like as close to the animated series as Cape Crusader is. Okay. To the original animated series, but like it's just like there is a real love of Superman in this show. In that
it's sort of with My Adventures with Superman, it sort of feels like I'm watching a live action or an animated version of the comics you would have read in the paper as a kid.
Yeah, it's really well done, and like they really have a nice balance with like the not so serious elements, and then like bringing like and then the shit gets real moments, right? Like there's a lot in that show that it definitely should have way more than 2 seasons. I feel like, because I feel like they just really understand the character finally. I'm not saying
Okay.
the original animated series didn't, but like it's hard to get Superman right because Superman is so overpowered. It makes
Mm-hmm.
him boring.
Yeah.
So
See,
like,
that's one of the reasons why I didn't get into the show because I was
and
like,
that's
yeah,
fair.
Superman.
That's
I'm like,
that's
That's
a hundred
very
percent
fair.
fair. That's totally fair because
Because
like
yeah,
Superman. I mean, come on.
I
Like
mean,
yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, growing up being, I mean, we're all around the same age. So growing up, reading Superman comics and seeing movies and TV shows, whether it be animated or live action,
Mm-hmm.
over our lives, they've sort of altered his powers so many
mhm.
times. Like, oh, now he has this ability, and now he has that
Solar
ability. Oh, he can do
flare
this,
But
and it's like
that's how it was
so.
from the beginning.
Yeah, but it basically became such a saturated character that you can be like, oh yeah, it's just another Superman thing. Click.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
But yeah,
I
no,
promise
but
you, I promise you, My
yeah,
Adventures with Superman is worth a watch. Like,
Okay.
it's worth a
Okay.
watch. Yeah,
it is.
check out the first season of it. And I promise you, it's worth a watch. I felt close. Like, the way I felt about this show is closely how I felt about All Star Superman when I first read that. And
Okay. Okay.
like All Star Superman is like the best Superman story ever, in
It
my
really is.
opinion.
It really is. That one is a really good one.
but
Absolutely.
like like the show, I just feel like the same kind of like character development that they have in All Star Superman with Superman as a mature Superman. It's like this is like with this as a younger Superman. I feel like the show got
Yeah,
it right. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I say
I
check that
mean,
out.
It's basically my daughters who did not, especially Charlotte, that she does not sit through a full episode of anything, and at 4 years old, sat through like 2 episodes, going, huh, and then when I'm then ended up going to play. So for that 4-year-old kid to actually sit down next to dad and watch it and enjoy it,
That's a
That's
good
cool.
take
sign.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, no. So I've been watching that, and I've been watching some. Been trying to catch up on some movies, but like older movies. So not really, don't really need to talk about that. But outside of
That's
that, I've
fair.
honestly been busy. I've honestly been pretty busy. Not watching stuff, but I've been busy with kind of like my other endeavors. So I haven't had the chance to really watch a whole lot. But those were the first two that kind of just came to top of mind.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
yeah,
You're a busy guy. You're a busy guy.
yeah.
yes, I am very, 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 very busy. If I don't know how much time y'all got, but like I could, there's a whole lot of busy that I could talk about, but not here for that.
That'd be a
What have you
whole
guys been
episode.
doing?
Brian, what's good, dude?
What's good? I've been working a lot. I've been dealing with a lot. Kids are getting big. Try to watch things when I can. I'm currently 3 episodes into the final season of Umbrella Academy. Um,
Oh, that came
and,
out. I should watch that.
yeah, and the thing about that series, and I mentioned when we watched the trailer on the episode a few weeks back, I was like, oh, I will go watch all of the original seasons prior to watching this, but there was enough recap that I'm like, okay. And so later on, I'll just go and watch this from the beginning. Um,
Okay.
Aside from that, I am also watching Batman Cape Crusader, which I think is a fantastic series. Been been diving into the Mayor of Kingstown, which Jeremy Renner is great in that series. Um, I I've watched Deadpool and Wolverine twice.
Wow,
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
that
watched it
movie is
4 times. 4 times.
four
Yeah.
times?
oh
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
That movie is so fun. Um,
It is a lot of fun.
oh man. Other than that, no, that's it. Basically, work, this show and random TV things, some YouTube clips, and sleep.
You gotta love the YouTubes.
You gotta love the YouTubes. Like, I mean,
gotta love sleep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alex is here. Alex is here. Welcome, Alex.
What's up, Alex?
Oh shit! Hi, Alex.
Oh. Yeah, the video popped up for a second. I was like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
Like, no, don't see my balls. Don't see my balls. Yeah.
Maybe they'll get the views. Who knows?
I'm like, why are his balls so close to the camera? The camera is stationary. Like,
Yeah.
Not the laptop. The laptop is everywhere.
That's primarily all I've been up to.
Just looking at his balls, gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks Ball Talk.
Yeah, well. Gotta do it sometimes, right? Yeah.
Well, welcome to the InnerCityGeeks Ball Talk. It's Alex here.
Yeah. So it's good, Alex. Now that you have joined us, how you doing then?
Oh my God, I was trying to get here earlier than possible, but you already know how NYC, transit is.
Uh-huh.
But
Sure.
yeah, I today was the day, man. I was hanging out with our sister Tan.
Nice. How's she doing?
Yeah, she's doing good, dude. I actually went over to bring her because I picked her up badges for Anime NYC that's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So I decided to bring her badges, and since I was over there, since she works in a place or whatever where they have a kitchen, and chefs are like learning the craft of cooking. I got fed like a king today, man.
Nice.
Yeah, so
very cool.
Yay, food.
Oh my God, dude! Like it's like if I didn't have to record or whatever, I think I would have slept in early.
Nothing wrong with that. It happens.
Yeah, but like Brian, but I saw it last week. I can mention it. Like now because the last time I was in the midst of watching it, but I did watch Batman: The Cape Crusader, and that
that's great.
Yeah, it is. Honestly,
we've all been saying the same thing.
No, I
Frank was talking about it too, and we're just so excited about it.
I'm just so happy to see Frank, man. The last time I saw him was actually at a convention. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
So I saw that. I actually saw Sausage Party Foodtopia.
Okay, how was that?
It's a good continuation of the series. There's one episode where it's so out there.
Wait, hold on. It's a continuation of the series.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know there was.
I meant the movie. It's a series of continuation of the movie. That's what I meant to say.
Okay. There we go. That makes more sense because I'm like, wait. There's another series of this, which I was not.
Yeah, it's the movie. It's a series of fucked up stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
But so there's one episode that's really out there.
I never saw the movie, so like, yeah.
What?
The movie's okay.
Let me tell you right now, like
it's out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's very out there. Like it's one of those things where you can tell that someone that does a lot of weed and just like decided to write a story like, yo, what if food was sentient?
Yeah, someone that does a little too much weed.
Well, wasn't it Seth Rogen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there you go. There's your answer.
but yeah. So the series, right? There's one episode that Amazon actually had to put a warning in the beginning of the episode because it is really out there. I don't want to spoil on what it is, but
is it like food nudity or something?
Well, have you ever seen? Wait, Frank, you seen Sausage
No,
Party?
I saw Sausage Party. Yeah, I saw Sausage Party.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to spoil it or whatever, but I'm just gonna say episode 6.
So I'm just thinking food nudity, and I'm gonna stick with that thought in my brain, and I'm gonna prepare for what comes next.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good. So that is like that. Ooh. It's funny. That is like a good word for it, but at the same time, I'm not spoiling it.
Okay.
What you just said.
So do we name the episode Foodity?
It's still a little early.
Oh.
Some things never change.
Yeah. You missed us.
Except for something's never changed except for our production value.
Right. Yeah.
Like you weren't here.
Yeah.
I was just raving about the production quality increase. Like, and I'm not saying it was bad before, but like it's just way up there now. And I'm like, and Steve's like, it's AI, bro. I did it in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, what?
and then I basically was like, well, Steve took a hammer to a ceramic piggy bank.
Yeah.
Started counting 100, 2, 100, 3, 100. Ooh, a nickel. But yeah, so then I also watched Kite Man, Hell Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I will say this. Like it's a okay spin-off from the Harley Quinn series, but you gotta like Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn series. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling my words right now. But you gotta like the Harley Quinn series to appreciate Kite Man.
Okay.
And then the other thing I was continuing to watch is Suicide Squad Isekai.
I gotta watch that too.
Is that the animated Suicide Squad?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't like get to like I'm not up to date because I'm one of those dudes where a lot of people know that I prefer dub over sub. So the only exception is One Punch Man and One Piece. You know that like with One Piece because of my work injury and everything like that, I was actually able to catch up.
You are caught up with One Piece? That's fucking insane.
Dude, I didn't think I would like I didn't think I was able to do it, but with dedication and
drive, hydration.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Frank! Are you describing me or a Gatorade commercial?
That's pretty much like
that's a test of endurance, man.
But
like,
that's
really
that's like if Alex said to you, "Hey Frank, you know what I did today? What? I watched all of YouTube."
Just all of it. All of it.
I really want to see, like, because there's always content every day. I want to see, like, as of like, let's say, like they do as of a certain time, how much content is on YouTube alone. I don't think anybody will be able to complete that.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not in the life.
Because it's from all over the world. It's not just even the US. It's like everywhere.
We're talking about simultaneous releases, like millions upon millions of new uploads per day. It's not possible.
Not even just per day; it's per minute.
Per minute, yeah, or per minute, hour, like whatever have you. Yeah, it's too much.
It's a lot. Like we're on there right now. Like if you go on my stuff, you'll see it there. We're there. We're live. You can see us hanging there. But yeah, it's
yeah,
insane.
two dudes with the greatest of confidence of showing off their cool rooms, and the other two dudes or whatever. One is probably eating at this time, and then the other one right now is in the bedroom trying to rest because I was too tired to bring the laptop to the living room and set it up there.
That's fair.
That one's me.
Well, we figured.
That tracks.
But the latecomer.
At least it's not testicles like right there in the camera.
Yeah.
Hey, check out the chandelier. That's not a chandelier.
I think I'm gonna name that the episode, not a chandelier.
There we go. No, it has to be. That's not a chandelier. 3 exclamation points.
No, it's just not a chandelier.
That's
it. Yeah.
Okay. Damn it! Now you got me thinking about the that video, whatever, of the person singing the chandelier song. The chandelier, the chandelier.
But it's also again still early, so anything can change.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Good. Thank you, Alex.
Oh man, you already know I'm always glad to talk to you guys. I'm actually very grateful to see Frank, man. It's been a minute, and like I said before, in conferences before recording, that I was like, Frank would like to join us at least one time, right? It's just we all got caught up with stuff, and Steve,
that's
right,
okay.
like no. I already figured that event.
Like literally, like how this came about is it was just spur of the moment because I did remember our conversation at Comic-Con, Alex, and I was like I woke up and I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna text Steve and I'm gonna ask him if it's a possibility. But I didn't think it was gonna be like this soon. I literally texted him like Monday, and here we are.
Listen. I'm gonna. This is just an abridged version, or at least how I'm picturing it, or whatever. I want to be the recording, bitch. And he was like, "Okay,
No,
relax."
no, 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 whoa, no, like, Steve.
And then
Steve,
no, and then when
look, we all know better. We all know better than to disrespect Steve. We're not doing that. Like, no. I was like, Steve. Oh, Steve, gracious host, director of InnerCityGeeks.
on bended knee.
I was like, I humbly ask you if maybe one of these days, maybe you would consider having me back as a guest on your fantastic show that's in syndication, and and I would hope that you would find it in your heart to have me come on. And Steve's like, yeah, whatever. So
Steve,
all right.
Steve, cue the violins.
and then that's when Steve's like, I'll only let you on if you praise our production value.
I did that. He didn't even have to.
And then Frank went before he came on, before we started recording. He did the chandelier trick to Steve. He was like, "Oh, I like your chandelier." That's not a chandelier.
Some things never change.
That's no moon. It's a no. Anyway,
it's a planet, Uranus.
Oh my god.
Pippi!
We that's right. Frank, you don't know this, but we now have like drum rolls.
Hey, you know what? It's all good. Production value just skyrocketed. With
Now
that
we're
right
a radio
there,
show.
now y'all have the best production value ever made.
We kind of
as compared to when we first started. We were just sitting in a room with my recorder.
Just talking heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, though, it was still fun, man.
Yeah. We just had a blast. Yeah. It was great.
It was. I mean, I joined you guys fucking 12 years ago.
And then now everything is kind of like, like we're doing a commercial. 3 out of 4 are now fathers.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild.
Nobody wants to have.
It is.
Nobody wants to have kids with me. Aww.
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
Insert DMs to @denied. No, but in all seriousness, and in all seriousness, like I've said it to Steve and Brian plenty of times, and I'll say it to you. I'm very grateful for this group that we have. Like through so much stuff or whatever, we always kept together, even if we were far apart. And that's a true testament of a family, dude. Well, I'm sorry, you gotta say it right. Family.
I mean, it's true though. If you think about it, right? I mean, we're all from New York. We've just, I mean, aside from like Alex still being in the Bronx and me being in Staten Island, like, it didn't matter that like you guys are in, fucking Florida and you're still in Virginia.
No, but we were originally all from the Bronx or from New York in general.
Right, but that's what I mean. It's like, but it doesn't matter that like life has changed. 3 out of 4 of us became dads. Life happens. We all have issues and whatever else. I mean, the core 4, right? We stayed this, and it's really just like
Horseman.
The 4 yes. But like, if you think about it, right? It's like no matter what, it's like the element of the fact that we're all on a call right now, basically. We're recording, we're doing the show for everybody out there listening, but like it feels like we're just on a long overdue phone call catching up.
Yeah.
How's life? How
I
the
mean,
kid? Well, hold
I
on,
mean, like,
kids.
I mean, like, I mean, Steve, me and Steve have been loosely keeping in touch with each other over the years. Steve was actually one of the first people that I texted when Miles was born.
Mhm.
He was probably the second person actually that I texted when Miles was born. I was just like, I'm like, quick, what do I do?
Carry the child, cut the cord.
Don't
That's what-
drop the baby.
Yeah, yeah.
this was
Don't kick the baby. Don't kick the baby.
I mean,
this was after like that all
After
that was
that part,
done.
yeah.
I had Miles in my arms waiting for Izzy to come back from the OR, and like I had Miles in my arms, and I texted my brother, and then no, I called my brother, I called my mom, I called my brother, I texted my friend, and then like in the midst of that I texted Steve. It was like just bam 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 bam, and I'm like, Steve, I'm a dad, and Steve's like, yo, that's what's up, and I'm like, okay. So
I was gonna say that sounds like Steve.
I'll
Yeah,
talk to you.
that's what's up.
I'll talk.
When can he be in the podcast?
I just had a baby. Like that's. We'll talk about that at some other time. But like, yeah, nah, like
Frank was like, I made that.
yeah. But through the years, I've been like loosely talking to Steve. Some years not so much, some years a little more. But then,
Yeah, but that how life is, dude. You get busy, but no matter what, the true testament of friendship is like, even if you don't communicate for a long time, when you do communicate, it's like if you kind of continue for your last stuff
riding a
off.
bike. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I love how you use that analogy, and I'm just like, Frank, I can't ride a bike.
you know what I mean? It's true. It's true.
Well,
it's like
Yes, it's true. I can't ride a bike.
But you know what I mean? It's like you have a kid, and you're looking like, whoa, shit, this came from part of me. Where do I put the batteries? But no,
Brian, it's not fucking Vicky from Small Wonder. What the fuck, dude? And it's kind of funny. I can see right now any younger viewer, what the fuck is Small Wonder? Who the fuck is Vicky? Is that the chick from Fairly Odd Parents? Oh, I'm old.
No,
actually, no, I'm seasoned.
We're seasoned, yes. But no, it's like I said before,
Shut up.
This is like having a Zoom call. It's like,
well, technically,
you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. But like the way we talk, I mean, and like tonight, for example, Frank, you and I have not spoken in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, you and I have spoken every now and again on Messenger. Also through the years too.
Exactly.
But like speaking to each other, yeah, it's been 10 years, dude.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Been a minute. It's been a long minute.
Yeah.
But
long time ago.
But you know what I mean? It's like the friendship that you and I have. It's like just like we all have with each other and all the different combinations. It's like when you talk to somebody and it's like pausing the conversation, and then like doesn't matter how long it takes to reconnect or whatever. Like you just hit play and it just picks up from where it left off.
For sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, going back to it, that's the true testament of friendship. No matter what, you always, like no matter how long, like out of communication, everything like that. When you do converse or communicate with one another, it's like where you last left off. Like and we've always been, well, I can't say like I will say more like we are brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Again, we're family.
Family.
Well, if you queue up the Family Guy clip of Olive Garden, no, don't say it. You've seen that clip, right? With Olive Garden and Cleveland and Quagmire and Peter and Joe with eating Olive Garden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're here, your family. Don't say it, no. Yeah. But no, you're right.
But yeah, it's good. I'm glad we're all here, which is great. The originals, I guess you can say.
Yeah. I could say the Chief Aaron thing, like for me or whatever. Well, Better late than never.
Well, that actually makes you kind of actually think like, how's Charlie? You guys still keep in touch?
He's good. He's good. I actually
He's
talk to him
good.
every single day. I talk to him every day. He's in
Okay.
he's in
Okay.
Thailand right now.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no. He's in Malaysia
Malaysia.
with his wife. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
lives there.
No, no, no,
No.
No.
He's his summer vacation. Summer
Yeah.
vacation.
Okay.
Every summer he always goes with the missus out there, and has like an awesome time. And I keep asking him to take a picture of that place that where Sagat from Street Fighter fought, but he never
God.
does.
It's like, dude, you're
That's
there all the time. Anyway.
That's actually a real place. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It is.
actually, it is based off of real places, but it's like it kind of looks like it, but it's kind of not. But then if you
No, it's not. Yeah.
yeah, but if you kind of look at it, whatever, you kind of squint your eye and you kind of go like, I think that's it.
Yeah, they kind of zhuzhed it up for the game.
Of course.
It just kind of became tradition because Street Fighter is popular.
So also when you were like, "How's Charlie? Have you spoken?" I'm like, at first thought of like, "Wait, my kid?" Like, yeah, I speak to my daughter every day.
No, Charlie of the InnerCityGeeks.
Yeah. He's chilling. He's chilling.
He's
having a good old time.
Not of next gen InnerCityGeeks.
No, not next gen.
Which would be Charlotte, Olivia, Harley, Miles. So pretty much. They're the next super group. I saw Charlie a few months ago because I was leaving work and I knew he lived nearby my job, but then I happened to be walking toward the train on the Upper East Side, and there he was. I'm like, oh shit! And we chatted for like 5 minutes or whatever. He's doing good though. He's doing good.
Yeah, he's doing good. Like him and his and Helen are both teaching in the middle in the city. So
yeah,
cool.
And like he and I still,
Glad he's doing all right.
he and I will still text each other random music things, like when, say for example, like Mark Tremonti dropping a track or Miles Kennedy dropping a track, or when Mammoth released videos or whatever. Like yo, have you heard this yet? It's fire. And then they're.
Yeah, I still follow. I think we still follow each other on Instagram, and he looks good. Like he's lost a ton of weight.
Yeah,
and
yeah, absolutely.
You too, Steve. Man. Like you lost a ton of weight. So that's on, man.
Yeah.
As I said in the past podcast, he's fading away.
I'm not fading. I'm not fading. I'm still here.
No.
I'm still here.
It's like
what? He said that.
Well, I was gonna say he messed with that old lady from Thinner, and he was like, "Fuck."
Well, right, and Steve, you and I brought this up in the past. It's like when I got married and you happened to be in New York. It's like you were bigger and I was smaller, and then when you came here in 2022 and you were like half your size, and I put on all that weight.
Not half. I'm not gonna say half. I'm gonna say like.
Well,
Brian missed you that much. He was like, "I'm gonna have all the Steve."
But then it wasn't until like, I mean, I look at that picture where we took at Tan's former job. You, me, Alex, Mario, Tan. And like I look at that pic and I'm like, yo, shit, that was my inspiration of fucking. Get to it and lose a shit ton of weight. And I remember you were like, oh, DDP yoga, that shit works. And then I went to town and I was doing that shit 5 days a week, and at that point it does. And at that point my daughters were 2 and they were like, or not even 2 at that point, and they were dropping. They had learned to pick toys up off their playmat and go over the fence and drop it on dad.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, not only do I have to hold balance, but now I got my daughters throwing toys at me and laughing.
Oh my God, your kids went. That's right, target practice.
Yeah. You
were the next Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, now everybody looks good. We're all fit. We're doing our thing.
We're trying.
We're trying.
Listen,
we never got to ask Steve what he's been up to. Like,
oh, hi, Steve.
It's okay.
What you been up to?
You're gonna be really fucked up. He was like, "Oh, you're here."
I'm here. Yes, I am.
It's like he's the one doing the hosting. What the fuck, man?
You know, it'd be funny if like it would have been funny if like he would have sort of continued on to what he was up to back when his internet cut out.
Yeah.
Oh man, God forbid that happens again.
Well, way back in the day, yeah. No, I got stable internet now. Yeah, but I guess I could just go over the last movie that I watched. The next last movie because I watched another one just before we started. But the one that I watched was Monolith. I saw that on Prime.
Okay. Monolith.
It's about this podcaster. Not like
Not
it's a
unlike
thing.
that.
Yeah, not like what we're doing right now.
Ourselves, yeah.
Right. But she's basically a podcaster that she's trying to solve mysteries and stuff, and she finds one that's very weird, and it just turns into it like as the story builds, it builds like it's literally she's the only one for the most part throughout the entire movie, and there are other people that she's calling trying to find information about things and stuff like that, and it just goes crazy, and it turns into like a super sci-fi like aliens, doppelgangers type shit. Yeah,
you put this on Twitter before, no?
Just literally earlier today.
Yeah,
because I watched it literally at like 7:00 earlier. I watched it.
Nice.
Yeah, so Monolith is definitely worth a watch. Yes.
Going to my notes.
Yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I have all my shit on there every single day that I watch something. It's there. Yeah.
All we need now is the Reading Rainbow.
I've not been on Twitter in a minute.
Yeah, I'm on there. You can also find my stuff on Letterbox. That's where I put all my that's where I tally everything every single day that I'm watching something. I put it on there. Yeah.
Oh, so you do have the list of everything thus far. That's cool.
Oh yeah. That's how I'm able to keep track of what I'm.
Well,
up to.
technically, you can also keep track with your your tweets.
Yeah, but see, I don't go back into my tweets. Like I see it's there, and I keep adding to it, but I don't go back into it.
It's just like, oh, today I watched this.
Yeah.
And a little while later, and I watched this. A little while later, and I watched this. And like, yo, Steve, like 365 means one a day.
You're not the boss of me.
I'm behind right now. I'm at 163 right now, so I'm behind.
By how many is that then?
It's supposed to be 366 for the year, so it's like one movie a day. So I'm behind like a couple hundred. No, a couple like about 50 or so.
Give him like 2 weeks. He'll be back.
It's going to be one of those memes of like, oh, did you know there's such and such how many weeks or how many Mondays until Christmas? And it's like, yo, chill out.
Yeah.
Fuck Christmas. I'm waiting for Halloween, all right? Relax.
We're almost there.
I know, right?
Speaking of Christmas, earlier tonight, Olivia was actually singing the 12 Days of Christmas, and I was like, oh, great. You're far ahead, or...
It is early.
Why?
I was going to say...
Why, child? Why?
He's going to go to his kid. Honey, have you been watching the Hallmark Channel? How'd you know?
Right. She's too young for that shit.
Well, you never know. You can't ever,
There's no Big Bird on Hallmark, okay?
Well, it could be mom watching and she's just there kind of like, what's this?
Yeah. So, let's
geek shit.
Get into some geek shit.
What is happening? What the fuck's going on? What is happening? Where did that come from?
We're like a real radio show now.
Yo!
Z100, watch out.
Professionalism at its finest, folks.
Oh my god!
And then from there, a random person throws panties at Frank.
Like, how did you get in my house?
Who are you? How did you get in here?
Yeah.
It's like, well, now that you're here.
Good night, everybody. And the geeks shall inherit the earth. See, you can't top that, Frank.
Yeah. So, we didn't cover anything from San Diego Comic-Con last week because we were pretty much like head over heels over Deadpool.
Yeah.
And Wolverine. So we just we're just like so transfixed on that, and SummerSlam last week that happened. which we were pretty spot on with our predictions for it.
Give or take.
Pretty much, give or take. We were pretty accurate though.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I said about like that I thought it was a little too early for Roman to to come back, but
But he showed up, didn't
no,
he?
no, no, no. But I kind of understand because technically SummerSlam is WWE's one of their big four, so it would have had to be
Yeah.
SummerSlam. Because I kept thinking to myself, like, if you want to play it off right and everything like that, I thought it would have been kind of early. But then since we were recording and we didn't watch SmackDown. That's when they added.
Well, yeah, because we recorded on Thursday.
Yeah, but I didn't watch SmackDown because I was busy that Friday and I decided to crash after taking care of errands and stuff. And then when I woke up and I looked at the time, I'm just like, "There's no way I'm watching SmackDown. I'll catch the highlights on ups and downs."
True.
Yeah, which is fair enough. It's good enough.
Yeah.
And besides, you already know that most of the time for like before any premium live event, they're gonna give you like the abridged, version of everything that's happened until now. The only thing they didn't really mention, unless you really listen to it, was that the match was Bloodline Rules. So they did mention it during during the show. So I was like, all right. And then that's when I kind of figured, okay, yeah, all right, he's gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the only match I watched because by the time I got home from work, I was like, well, I don't care about this 8-hour pay-per-view. Let me just watch one match. And it turned out
It wasn't
to be
8 hours.
It was close.
They just had like 4 hours of pre-show with just talking.
Unlike AEW where they have like 6 hours of 20 matches,
Well, yeah, in 4 hours they put like fucking 11 matches, which is pretty good.
And not to mention the pre-show that's supposed to be 0 hour and it's usually like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's an hour and they still put three matches on there too.
Yeah.
So, getting into all wrestling talk aside, getting into San Diego news, one thing that we spoke about a few weeks ago was the prequel series of Dexter.
Oh yeah, that's right. We actually spoke about it like for a second last week, or the week before.
Yeah, but what we didn't know at the time, at least from what I remember, is that we predicted or we sort of hoped that Michael C. Hall was going to come back as Dexter's inside voice.
Yep, his narrations.
And at San Diego Comic-Con, he announced that he's going to be not only the inside voice / narrator of the prequel, but they're doing a resurrection of Dexter, which is sort of like, I guess, a retcon of how New Blood ended.
I thought New Blood was a retcon of their reboot.
It's a retcon of a retcon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's it's like they're not gonna. I guess they're trying to do Dexter's ending right finally. Maybe, hopefully.
No, what it is technically is that they're going, "Fuck you. We still want more money. We know you still like this. You're gonna fucking eat it up and like it."
And also, he still loves playing the character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't that the character that really like pushed him to like out there?
Yeah, because aside from him being on Broadway, his only other real big role was when he was one of the brothers for 6 Feet Under.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's apparently back for another Dexter, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it because I'm a sucker. But okay.
Hey, listen, you like the series, so that's fine. So that it's meant for you, dude. So
it's yes.
Hopefully, it makes you happy when you watch it.
I enjoy most of the original series of Dexter. That last couple episodes of the final season were really just phoned in.
See, I stopped watching after John Lithgow was on. That's what,
because that's
season 3?
The Trinity Killer.
Season 4.
Yeah.
But that's also like John Lithgow took Dexter's villain characters to next level territory that no one could top him.
That ending.
Yeah.
The end of that season was just like, what?
The end of that season, you're like, what? You're like, what? 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 The end of that season, you're like, Huh?
Like when, you know, like when did he have the chance to do it? And then it's like you kind of like figure it out, and you're like, oh
Mhm.
my god,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like he's dead, but he sure left a parting gift.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
It's a
mean,
so
good
was your
one. A
wife.
good parting gift too.
Yeah,
Rita fell into that pattern, but you got to
Hmm.
just you really need to just open your mind and go, okay. Picture that like Charlie Day, It's Always Sunny algorithm, that map thing, that conspiracy map, and you're like, when did he have time for this? And
Hmm.
like, but if you really go back and watch, you're like, oh yeah, got it. It may take you a couple of watches, but
yeah. I really enjoyed that season. I enjoyed season one also with the ice cream truck killer.
Yeah. Hmm.
That was his brother. Like that was good. And then I don't remember much of season two.
season
Like
two was Lila.
Lila, that's right. That's right.
Season
That's right.
season three was um
I
God,
thought
fuck,
I thought season three was the Trinity Killer. No.
no,
That's what I thought too.
that was four.
Oh, okay. What was season
Um,
three? I don't remember, but I just remember I liked the Ice Cream Truck Killer and I liked the Trinity Killer seasons. Those seasons
Hmm.
were really well done.
Yeah.
season five
That's
was
like going
interesting.
over. That's like going over like American Horror Story. Which season is which? Like it all blends
Yes.
in together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though like some of them
Yeah.
are different times and stuff like that.
Yeah, the
Kinda.
storytelling, the storytelling, the
Mhm.
storytelling across the board is very, it's consistent. I would say.
I would guess that's why
Hmm.
they sometimes have the same actors in certain things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. American Horror Story is great. If you haven't watched it, Alex,
I'm not caught
check
up
it
on
out.
that.
It's good. It's weird. It's
I'm like,
weirdly good.
I think I'm a season behind. It's the season that was sort of midway through the writer's strike.
Hmm.
And then also the spin-off series I'm not caught up on at
American
this
Horror
season.
Stories. Horror Stories is
Yeah.
fun. It's
Stories,
because
yes.
I like the anthology series of everything. Anthologies
Yeah.
are fun because like little itty bitty pieces of story that you can be like, oh yeah, look at that. You can just watch one story and be like, okay, cool. I could like it basically solves everything at once,
Yeah,
which is
pretty
great.
much.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Dexter coming back in I guess another season and also the prequel. So yeah,
Yeah.
fun.
I'm just happy that
Um,
he's coming. I mean, aside from whatever the resurrection nonsense is, I'm just happy that we were sort of like, oh, let's hope this, and they actually like, oh yeah, it's happening.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
for
on the third day
because
he's rising again, so it's fair.
yeah, pretty much.
Easter, yeah.
Yeah.
They technically went Sean Wayne's a fucking scary movie, but wait, there's more.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. Next bit of news that we got. The Boys. We're big fans of The Boys. You
Oh
watched The
yeah.
Boys, right, Frank?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm
Well, we got
currently
news.
caught up.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
so good. So good.
Also, you finally finished it, Steve?
Yeah, I finished it a couple weeks ago.
Yay!
Yeah. We got news that they're working on a spin-off. Not only just a spin-off, but a prequel to The Boys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Starring both what's his face? Soldier
I-
Boy. Soldier
it's
Boy
I-
and Stormfront.
Yeah, so it's Aya Cash and Jensen
Mhm.
Ackles.
Yeah. Both of them coming back for the prequel series. Which would be absolutely fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
Big fan of both of them, what they did in the season that they were in. And excited to see what they're gonna do with this, especially being that it's gonna be like I guess you could say a bit of a period piece.
Yes.
Because they're gonna go back in time. Gotta go back
So
in time.
with that, I wonder because I know Eric Kripke has his people because he's been
Mm-hmm.
20 years of Supernatural,
Mm-hmm.
and then The Boys. So we had Jensen, we had what's the fuck's his name who played um Bobby, the president, the elect.
Oh yeah.
Bobby
Yeah.
Singer, who was also
Mhm.
Bobby Singer in Supernatural.
Mhm.
Jim, fuck, his name will come to me later. But that dude, Jensen, fucking Jeffrey D. Morgan, and there was the talks of Jared Padalecki joining the cast of The Boys at some point,
That'd
maybe
be
for the
cool.
final season. But what if they're actually saving the reunion for the spinoff, the prequel, where Jared could play some sort of hero or anti-hero or villain? Um, we could have, spoiler alert if you have not seen season 5 or season 4 rather of The Boys, Jeffrey D. Morgan plays a dead guy. It's all in Butcher's head. But what if it's his character when he's still alive, and then Jensen Ackles, and there's your brothers and father reunion under Kripke's Boys.
Not
So,
bad. Not bad.
I mean, it'd be interesting that that's how they bring them, them reunited. So,
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Regardless, it's gonna be interesting because, of course, it's
oh
gonna
yeah,
be taking place in 1950.
oh, that's,
So
I
how are
cannot
they
wait.
gonna hold things down in that period of time? How are they gonna make it look? How are they gonna make it sound? How to make it feel?
And
Especially with
it's
like how
yep,
things were back then.
and it's crazy to know how many like different stories you're gonna be able to tell because you have this prequel, you have another season of Gen V coming out next year,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have The Boys' final season. But who knows how many other stories are out there that Kripke wants to just go, well, let me just keep making that money.
Yeah. Well, they could do a lot. Like
Yeah.
The Boys itself is a great fucking book.
Yeah.
They could do so much
Yeah.
off of just that. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm very excited for this. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. I want to see how they make it seem, how they just play it out in general, because there's so much that they can work with.
I gotta
How
say,
much more they can outdo themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, the episode in this latest season with the Homelander episode, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The one
Mm-hmm.
where he goes back to the facility where they experimented on him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the he brought the Fudgy the whale and
Bro,
everything.
bro,
The
like
episode
every
title
single
is going to be
moment,
Fudgy the Whale. Anyway,
every single moment of that episode was fucking terrifying. Like,
Yeah.
it was extremely like horrifying and terrifying. Like,
mm-hmm.
I like Anthony Starr, give him a fucking Emmy already,
Yeah.
because that dude, like his like the amount of like in the amount of tension and fear he can evoke even through the screen is palpable.
Mhm.
It's like, just give him a fucking Emmy, because
Yeah,
like
that's good acting
like
right
that
there.
episode,
That's acting like a
that's
motherfucker
really
right there.
fucking good acting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like
so
we all know how terrifying Homelander is. But his portrayal in that episode alone, I mean, I'm watching that episode going, "Oh no.
yeah,
No,
like,
no.
and it's like the whole, like, you don't know like what he's going to do, or what he's going to ask someone to do, or what he's going to do to someone.
Yeah.
Is he
Mhm.
going to kill a person in this next moment? And then you start to think like, oh shit, he's gonna fucking like I beam the person's eyes out, or just gonna like rush with a punch through the person's chest or some shit.
Mhm.
And he just simply asked him, he's like, hey, why don't you just go in that room over there, and I'll close the door behind you, and then you'll see what it felt like for me. And I'm
Mhm.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
that literal
Yeah.
slow burn,
And-
like
Literally, yeah.
When
Slow
he-
burn. My
I
man got
mean-
caught with the scorpion toasty.
Yo,
Mhm.
yeah,
when the guy that you thought was his friend, the older guy,
Mhm.
when he told him while he's sitting in the chair, go pleasure yourself over there.
yeah.
And the guy couldn't get up. He's like, well, if you don't get hard in like 30 seconds,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
your dick off.
Mhm.
and like,
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
and then like you see.
Remember
this
what you used to
old
call
man
me when
trying-
when I was in there? You used to call me Squirt.
Ew.
Come on, squirt.
Anthony Starr's performance in that episode alone, where like he's so believable because you don't know if he's gonna be kind, if he's gonna be a dick, if he's gonna
Mhm.
fucking kill you. You're like, oh yeah, okay, you're joking,
Yeah.
right? You're joking.
I mean, you said it before, where like throughout the series, he's been able to be terrifying, but I think
Yes.
like this episode was like the most terrifying we've ever seen him, because it was very close quarters and it was
Yes.
very intimate, where it was just him in a room in a room with a bunch of people that wronged him, and he could kill them all in an instant.
Yeah.
And he's
Right.
just like slowly torturing all of them.
Hmm.
It's fucking nuts.
And the ones, like the ones. I mean, well, they all died, but like they just knowing that they didn't know when it was going to happen, but it was going to happen, and you
Right.
saw the fear,
And then
and
there
you're
was
just
also
like,
that little glimmer of hope. Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he'll let them go. Maybe
yes,
he won't notice them. So that added a lot to those scenes, and it
oh,
was
for
really
sure.
fucking well done, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
God.
Well,
But then all,
oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead,
I was gonna
Brian.
say, but then all you see is that room just has splatter
Oh yeah, yeah. He obliterated them.
everyone.
He
Yeah.
fucking vaporized them all.
No, but what I really gotta commend is, what was it, the lady that ran the place, the one that actually stood up to him,
Hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
where I was just kind of like thinking to myself, like, damn, this lady got bigger balls than Homelander.
Hmm.
And then
Because
when she was,
because essentially she's like the mom. She's like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
But
don't
also,
fuck with me.
it
but
was kind
also,
of the whole
like
like good.
she knows like her life could be snuffed out as quick as those people. So she's like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like, I used to change your diapers sort of deal. So like
Mm-hmm.
that's the way she was like talking to him, like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
don't give me, don't think that you're that you're anything to me. Like I knew
Mm-hmm.
you, when you were just a scared little kid. So, but she got hers anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. They all
they,
did. They all
yeah,
did.
They
yeah,
all did.
they all became a Jackson Pollock painting.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Ah,
Splatters everywhere. Yeah.
No, but as I mentioned in the podcast before, I still got to say, when they were trying to get that, the virus, and they went to that farm with all the different, animals on V.
oh man,
That right there was a fucking episode, man.
Yeah.
that right there was like, what the fuck?
Wasn't that the same episode, or am I
Yeah, I think it was the next
mistaken?
episode. I think it was the
The
That
episode
next
before.
episode.
was
Okay,
the,
Yeah.
okay,
that might have been the episode before.
okay.
But I mean, that's the thing about the boys, right? Each episode has more and more fucked up shit that it all sort of
Mm-hmm.
blends as one thing.
Yep. Which is a great thing. Which is a great thing.
Uh-huh.
And then more great shit that came out of Comic Con. There's a lot of stuff from Marvel. We knew stuff was coming, but we didn't know the exact what it was going to be coming in. Of course, we knew that we were getting, Captain America: Brave New World, which I'm very excited for. We also knew that we were getting Thunderbolts, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Um,
Thunderbolts. I know it might not be great, but like I just love the concept
Mm-hmm.
that
Yep.
that Marvel's actually taking that. Well, they've taken a lot of risks lately, but like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. For sure.
they're actually bringing the Thunderbolts together, and they've been doing it in long form throughout the TV series. So
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited.
The
For it.
one thing that I do wonder is, if I remember from the comic, I know there's certain characters that aren't, there now, but they're, using it with other, characters that are already in the
Yeah, other
MCU.
villains.
I was gonna
Yeah,
think to, like, because I kept thinking, oh man, are they gonna introduce Agent Venom?
nah,
No. It'd be nice,
No.
that
but
would be
no.
very nice, but nah.
That's
And then
not. That's
the
not
other one
how.
and if I'm correct, wasn't Deadpool part of the Thunderbolts?
In certain versions.
Yeah, at one point he was.
So I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
or whatever. Maybe that'll be one of the surprise for one of the episodes. Like, that you find like,
Nah.
hey,
I mean,
If he shows up, it'll probably just be like a little cameo.
And
yeah.
if
I mean,
he shows up for anything, it's gonna be in Secret Wars.
I would think like
Yeah.
Deadpool, like he's perfect for the Thunderbolts, like that team. But like his MCU version is much bigger. than like than to put him in a movie like that. Like he's fine on his own, so I think they're just
Wait,
gonna
is it a
kinda
movie
keep
or
him
a series?
separate.
It's a movie.
Okay.
And what's interesting to me is how obviously the name's gonna change because there's a little asterisk in front of Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
What's it gonna be?
I don't know. Like I think
Could this
that's a good
be
question.
could this be the beginning of like New Avengers?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like New Avengers, and you also know that they're also putting together the Young Avengers, or
Mm-hmm.
at least that's an intention that they have.
Yes,
You know,
they've
so
been bringing everybody in little by little, especially
yeah,
through the shows and everything. So
Yeah, but
uh-huh.
the problem is, I think, what is it that there've been a lot of like talks that saying how Phase 4, especially with the shows and stuff, didn't do as well as people wanted it to do.
and that's fine.
So
That's
Nah.
fine. That's why they're moving into Phase 5. They're trying to like okay, they're not getting rid of it, but there are ways to rework it and make it right.
yeah,
I mean, these guys have had a plan for the last decade. They
Right.
have a backup plan in case the other plan doesn't go according to the original plan. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause remember, originally from last year's Comic Con, or what was it, D23 or whatever. Remember, it was supposed to be Kang Dynasty, but stuff happened.
somebody had
Mhm.
to not be nice to a woman.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Don't be a
Wow, I
dick.
love how you put it so nicely, Brian.
uh, but no, and with that, I mean, I know he had apparently filmed scenes as different versions of Kang, and they're not using them because obviously. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's always a backup plan,
And wasn't
and
the whole thing that all that happened around the time when Quantumanium came out?
A little bit after. It was
right
after.
after,
after
Oh,
It
okay,
was around Loki. Around Loki.
yeah, it
okay,
was around Loki season 2.
Mm-hmm.
okay, and that's why the season 2 apparently they changed a lot of stuff.
No,
no,
because
they
that was
didn't
already
change anything
filmed.
for season 2. It was already filmed like a year prior.
Oh, okay,
Which with Loki, I mean, Loki wasn't supposed to have a second season, and then COVID hit, and the writers got bored,
Mm-hmm.
and I
and that's why we.
guess what was it that Loki did so well that they were like, all right, fine, we'll do a second season.
And honestly, out of all the Marvel shows, that was one of my favorites. I
It was
mean,
definitely one of the
WandaVision was
strongest.
good. WandaVision was good.
I love
Falcon and the Winter
WandaVision.
Soldier was fun, but Loki was different, and it sort of hit a little differently, and it made you go like, oh, now we have this TVA, and where we can eventually bring in characters from other universes, and hence why with Deadpool and Wolverine we're like able to have what we had. Um, but
Can I just say
yeah,
that I think like I don't know, like Marvel I've had issues with them for quite a while
oh, me
now.
too.
It seems to me like that they actually don't really have a plan. Like,
Yeah.
and I understand that shit happens, right? Like with Jonathan Majors and whatnot. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it seems to me like after Endgame, it's just a bunch of loose threads that they're not connecting. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and the plan was to always connect the dots, right? That's why phase 1 through 3 were so successful. Well, phase 1 was
Mm-hmm.
rough, but like phase 2 and 3 were like pinnacle, right? Like
Yep.
pinnacle Marvel. And
right,
Mm-hmm.
then
right.
after Endgame, it's like we could do whatever the fuck we want. We don't need a plan.
Well, the
We're gonna
only the
still make
only
$1
movie
billion per movie.
well the only movie
Mm-hmm.
that did kind of well after that was the Spider-Man movie,
Spider-Man. Well, I mean,
and
I
that
mean,
one was fucking
bro.
amazing.
Bro.
Yeah.
Pun
Spider,
Yeah.
intended.
like No Way Home. No Way Home for me was another Endgame level event. Like,
Oh, for sure.
to this fucking day, it's still so fucking wild that I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing these 3 Spider-Man over 20 years
Yeah.
together, like interacting with each other and fighting with each
Mm-hmm.
other and like
I
taking
mean,
on villains from like the greatest hits villains from the
yes,
movies. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
you know them do,
You know,
them doing the meme, the point meme, and
the
then
pointing. Yeah.
yeah, and then
Mario says hi.
And then
and then with
the fact that they had like such the fact that the three actors had such great chemistry together, and it's like
oh for sure,
perfect because they had to, because they're literally the same person. They're supposed to be portraying the same person,
yep.
so their chemistry had to be like on point. Anyway, I digress. Spider-Man No Way Home was fucking
It was great.
phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spider-Man's been eating very well these past 20
Hmm.
years, I think.
I mean,
But
the fact that they the line about you always look like a cool youth pastor to Tobey Maguire,
Yeah.
um, and then you know,
the part where Ned's like, "Hey, Peter," and all three
and
of
they
them are
all
like,
turn
"Yeah."
around.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
He's like, "Peter Parker, it's the same guy."
yeah.
The
Well, the
same
same.
guy. Who are you
Yeah.
talking to?
Ned in
Hmm.
the sling ring, and like, and then that's when Andrew Garfield walks through, and like,
Yep.
uh,
Yo, I
the
fucking
grandmother
flipped
was like,
out.
"Hey, if you're really Spider Man, can you get that cobweb?" Um,
Yeah.
I think Steve and I were texting about it once
Hmm. We were. Yep.
when after
Yeah.
the
When
movie,
we
and I
first
was
saw
like,
it. Yep.
and I was like, "Yo," I'm like, "Yo, this is fucking incredible."
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
but like
also,
but going back, like I think
yeah,
I feel like Marvel doesn't really have a plan, and it's like they tried with the multiverse business, and maybe they would have had something if Jonathan Majors didn't
Hmm.
shit
Well,
the
that's
bed.
one thing. I think
But
the
Yeah.
other
like,
thing was that was it multiverse that with you had this idea and people were expecting so much from it, and
hmm
a lot of people felt that they underdelivered with it. I mean, like, I liked the movie. It wasn't great,
I
but
really enjoyed Multiverse.
oh, Doctor
Multiverse of
Strange
Madness.
too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
it
I
was
know I know one
it was
person that really didn't like it. Our friend Franny.
it was a Sam
That's
Raimi
fair.
horror film.
Which is what I
yeah,
loved about it.
Yeah,
but like it's just kind of like I'm thinking like and I know we're gonna talk about something relevant in a moment, but like it just seems to me that like they need to take time. They need to take their time, and they need to take like a year off, right?
Hmm.
And it's kind of like what they're doing now, where Deadpool is the only MCU movie this year,
Yeah.
right? Where before they used to have 3 or 4 movies per year,
Hmm.
and it was just and like 70 TV shows that no
Yeah.
one asked for,
No.
but but like but at the same time, like they need to take time and they really need to rethink their strategy. And I'm
Yeah.
hopeful that with whatever they have coming, that they're kind of trying to do that,
Yeah.
that
And
or
not
that they've
not even
already
just
doing
that.
that.
Yeah. Not even just that. It's also the fact that like they had the writer strike. People are getting paid what they deserve to be,
Yeah, that's
as
true.
opposed to like, oh yeah, we're just giving them pennies or whatever, pennies on the dollar when people are making millions of
We
money.
expect them to churn out like
Right.
all of these projects. Yeah, like I just hope that like there's a plan here, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really excited about like a lot of the slate that they have coming up, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm always hopeful
Yeah.
that like I'll be pleasantly surprised, but there's there's just a lot of like, I don't know, they're not what they used to be.
No, for
And
sure.
I'll just end it there. Like they're not what they used to be.
Hmm.
They used to be great, and
Used to be a
they
powerhouse.
they really did. I mean, they still are,
Yeah.
but like it's
They're
just
not
now
printing the
it's more
money how they used
quantity.
to.
It's more quantity over quality now, and it
Hmm.
shows. And you know, yeah.
I
Anyway,
Sad.
I think that they were just ambitious of like after Endgame when they saw how much success that they had. I think what they should have done, and Frank kind of mentioned it. I think they should have taken like maybe a year, maybe pushing 2 years, and then go from there. Like like after
yeah,
that,
like
like
yes,
really
Yeah.
develop those
Yeah.
stories again. Develop a narrative,
Hmm.
because that's what they're missing. They don't have. There is no narrative anymore. Phases 1 through 3 had a narrative. It was
Hmm.
one big story that culminated with Endgame, rightfully
Yeah.
so. And then I feel like from there, they should have taken some time. But the next year we got fucking like the first TV show, and then we got like 3 or 4 movies. that year, the following year, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't feel, Endgame doesn't feel very final if you're just gonna
And it
keep
also didn't
pumping
feel
us.
very genuine.
Right, right. Like, yeah, exactly. Like the idea with like just to keep inundating us with all of these these side quests or side projects that it just kind of cheapens the overall impact that Endgame should have had when you're just going to keep pumping us with Marvel stuff like TV
Just
shows
keep
and
giving us,
movies
instead of giving us the main dish, they can just keep making us garnish everywhere.
They're just giving us condiments and
basically
Wow, Frank didn't even say not even hors d'oeuvres. He gave us condiments.
dude.
I was gonna say Marvel gave us all this wonderful stuff leading into Endgame, which was such a great movie and a great closure to everything we knew about. And then it's
fantastic
after that,
ending, yeah.
I mean, I still kind of think Infinity War is a little bit better than Endgame.
I 100% agree with you, though.
Yeah,
100% agree. I thought Infinity War was a much better movie.
It was.
It was like Thor's
I love
movie,
how
but
it
I
kind
feel
of gave us the punch in the gut, how everything just ended.
But it's we have these two amazing gut punch films, which was Marvel's closure to everything that we knew about and cared and who we cared for. Oh, but here's some DLC.
Yeah.
We've had
DLC for the last and just like video games, you gotta pay.
Here's some cilantro.
Yeah.
Here's some cilantro to go with your meal.
Well, what if I'm allergic to cilantro?
You've already eaten.
What if I'm allergic to cilantro? You're gonna fucking eat it.
No,
and you're gonna pay for it, and you're gonna pay for it too. You don't like it, you're gonna pay for it.
You're gonna pay full price for it. Yeah,
but
no mayonnaise here. No mayonnaise here.
But
no Chipotle mayo for you.
We tickle your testicle chandelier 3000 though.
That's not a chandelier.
But another thing that we got out of
no, I just feel like it's not what it, they're not what they used to be.
No,
and I just hope that I'm hopeful again that with Deadpool and Wolverine being so good and fun, that this will be a good start to what's coming, and with them reframing things. But you can go into that, Steve, I guess. But
yeah, but I mean, we're gonna still talk about Marvel because he was bringing up the Marvel stuff anyway.
We got one more thing. We got technically two, but one more thing. The next thing that's coming, obviously after Thunderbolts, that we got more news from Marvel saying that Fantastic Four. We mentioned who's going to be in it and everything. But that's going to be the next big thing. It's going to be taking place in the 50s. The 60s. Sorry,
60s. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's it's a little bit older. Obviously, everything's going to be also in the 4:3 aspect ratio. So it's going to be a little bit tighter, which is going to be pretty cool. Instead of being super IMAX type, widescreen and everything. So
it's kind of funny. They're gonna have it on IMAX, and it's just where's the rest of it or whatever. It's this is it.
Well, I mean, they released the Snyder Cut Justice League in IMAX. Theaters. Yeah. So, I mean, that was fine.
Yeah. I had no problem with it.
No,
I was not excited. The fact that, yeah, I'm not excited for the fact that they decided to do that for his stupid thing on Netflix, but whatever.
Rebel Moon,
yeah,
or the other one,
both of them.
Oh God, okay, yeah.
Didn't watch it, didn't care. I'm not a fan of Zack Snyder.
Yeah, why? But regardless, neither here nor there.
Or anywhere.
Fantastic Four. Excited for it. Takes place in the 60s.
I am excited for it, and it's about fucking time.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Ebon Moss, Baccarat.
I think his casting is perfect.
He's great.
He's such a fucking phenomenal actor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's great.
And as soon as I was Cousin Richie is gonna be the thing, that's fucking perfect. He's got the exact personality, I think, as Cousin Richie already.
Absolutely.
So just do that here, and you're perfect.
Oh, see, the first thing I thought was that, oh, great, it's another Marvel double casting because he was Micro in Punisher season 1.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They
But
seem to be
no,
doing that a lot. They
but
seem to be
no,
doing that a lot.
he he really is
I
perfect
mean,
casting
like,
because his acting really shows on the bear.
oh my god,
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
and so Frank, true story. I told Steve this a few months back. Um, I was headed to work. I was at the Bowling Green stop for waiting for the 4-5,
Mhm.
and I see this dude, tall, lanky guy, ratty looking clothes, AirPods in, looking on his phone. I look up, I'm like, oh fuck, it's cousin.
Oh shit, really?
He was literally riding the floor, and I'm like, I want to say hi to this guy, but there were too many people on the train. I'm like, no, I'm just let him be. He got off the
It,
train at
it,
42nd. I continued on my way, and I'm like, wow, man, I literally just rode the train with Evan Moss Bachrock, and I was like, yo, that was the highlight of my day.
yeah, kind of trying to approach a person on a crowded train like that. It's just like, yeah, that probably wasn't the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not the best
Espe-
idea.
Not
No.
the best
especially
That's
if it's
like
place.
like
that's like trying to get an autograph or a selfie while someone's in the restroom.
Yeah.
I'm taking a shit. Yeah, I mean
He's
Eminem
like,
did
well,
the
it's
way
no
I
better,
am. No,
no better time like the present.
Right, exactly. Yeah. No bueno, no bueno. But the casting for this is absolutely fantastic. I'm excited to see this. I want to see how they're gonna make this. Of course, essentially a period piece because, of course, it takes place in the '60s. It's gonna be a little bit different than what we were used to seeing, and how it's gonna translate into the Fantastic
Current day
Four in the
MC, yeah.
and
future.
shout
Yeah.
out to Pedro Pascal for making that Disney money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I
He's
mean,
making all the
Thi-
monies. I'm like,
This is
damn.
the way.
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah,
way. He's on The
I'm gonna
Last of
make the
Us.
Disney Plus money. Those two big bags of money.
He's also
Hmm.
making that HBO money with The Last of Us.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was gonna just say right now, my man's actually gonna make that Scrooge McDuck fucking money bin and just swim in his money.
He's already there, dude. He's already
Gonna
there.
Yeah, but he's not gonna do
definitely there.
coin. He's not gonna do coins because if you remember Family Guy, like
Shirts.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah. Fun times, fun times. And
It's not a liquid. Yeah.
the last piece for the Marvel stuff, we got some big news. Um, they renamed the Kang Dynasty, or whatever. It was supposed to be Kang Dynasty. They renamed it to Avengers Doomsday because we now have Doctor Doom's gonna finally be introduced. But who is Doctor Doom?
Hmm.
And it's none other than Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom.
I still don't know how I feel about that.
Say,
I'm excited for it. Okay.
I'm in the middle of it. Like I understand.
Really? All
No.
these people just showed up at my fucking house and started clapping. God damn.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, get the fuck out of here. What the-
You don't pay rent. Get the fuck out. But the whole thing is this is like he is an awesome actor, and when it comes to the MCU, he is the GOAT.
He's the temp.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well,
the whole
we-
thing that I always felt like is if you were going to introduce Doom, I think it would have been like a little better to at least have another big name actor to play it, and then somehow like how everybody wants, they want to bring Tony Stark back, but you technically get him, but it's not Tony Stark.
I mean, we loved him 3000, and I mean, is it the only reason why they brought him back as Doctor Doom is because they were like, oh, it's Robert Doctor Doom Jr.
No, I think
Uh,
it's mostly because it's a multiverse of things going on. So you can
So-
essentially have him as Tony Stark still from another universe, not calling him Victor Von Doom, but
So I feel like I'm sorry, go ahead, finish.
no, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like I'm with Brian here, right? Like, so at first when I saw this, I was like, yo, this is fucking wild. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. He's fucking back.
Mhm.
And then I fucking slept on it. and then I allowed it to
Yep.
breathe, and then I was like, "This
Yep.
sucks. This screams desperation. I'm sorry,
Fair.
but
Yeah.
it does. It screams desperation. Bringing the Russo brothers back to direct it, to direct the Avengers movies again,
Mm-hmm.
and bringing Robert Downey Jr. back. You know, this is purely because they don't fucking have a plan. They don't know what to do. So what the only move they can make to get people back in their good graces, to get themselves back in other people's good graces, I should say, is to hire the people that kind of sheltered the MCU to its greatest point, its greatest
Yeah.
moments. And like I like I and just thinking about it, like if they're not going to have him as the main villain for the Fantastic Four, if they're going to wait until an Avengers movie, like we're talking like end of phase 6 or 8 or whatever they want to do with it, if they're
17.
gonna wait, if they're gonna wait till the end of an Avengers movie to bring in Victor Von Doom, that's also a huge oversight because there's no build up there. They're just gonna introduce him, and he might be a one-off villain with a major face in the MCU as a major character or a would-be major character in the MCU. That to me, again, straight up desperation. And yeah, okay, that was a good move because people will go see all the
Yeah.
movies now because they want to see any glimpse of him or mention of him or whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, how are they still gonna pull this off? Right? The only way I think personally that they could pull this off in an intelligent way is to have him masquerade as Tony Stark back from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not, like he somehow has all the knowledge of what came before him, and
Mhm.
he makes his way back into the Avengers, and everybody's like, Tony, oh my god, we're so glad you're back. But
Yep.
him being Doom, he is still smarter than everyone else. He's the smartest person in
Mm-hmm.
the room.
Yep.
So he would then start manipulating things and events and make everything work in his favor so that the Avengers would be dismantled by the time he finally makes his big reveal as, I'm not Tony, I'm actually Doom. But
Yeah.
that requires setup, that requires buildup, but it doesn't seem like
Yep.
they're going to be doing that. It just seems like they're going to throw him in one of the Avengers movies and call it a
Mm-hmm.
day.
Yep.
So I'm
It's
off my
like, oh,
soapbox
hey,
now, but like,
surprise! Yeah.
But what's funny though? That's exactly how I was thinking it. I was
yeah,
thinking I was gonna say the exact same thing.
it's I don't know, like, because there is a storyline in the comics, Infamous Iron Man, right,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
where Doom is, or Tony Stark is Doom, right? But like, it seems like they might not be going in that direction. I mean, but that's the only the kind of thread they can pull
Yeah.
from the source material in order to make it make any sense in this MCU. But I don't know, like like again, at first I'm like, this is fucking wild. And Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor, no
Yeah,
shade
for
on
sure.
his acting.
Mm-hmm.
The Russos did a fantastic job with Winter Soldier, Civil War, and both final Avengers movies.
Mm-hmm.
Great fucking
Mm-hmm.
job, right? Winter Soldier and Civil War to me are still top tier.
For
Infinity
sure.
War
Absolutely.
too, still top tier, like more MCU movies. But like,
I mean,
guys,
Winter Soldier to me. I mean, Winter Soldier to me is still the greatest spy movie I've ever watched.
it's a damn fucking good
And
movie.
because it's a
Fucking
spy
good.
movie, that is one of my least favorite Marvel movies.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not for everyone. But I just felt like once I allowed it to like kind of breathe
That's fair.
and just really think about it, like to me it just screams desperation. It screams
Desperation.
like we don't have a
Mhm.
plan. We don't have a plan, so we're just gonna, like, it's basically like hitting you with pretty colors and explosions.
It kind of
That
reminds me
that
of
that's
like
like
when you have a band that like a big name band, and all they really do is just play their greatest hits. And within time, like of course you're gonna like it, but then within time it's gonna be like are you coming out with anything new? No, yeah, eventually.
and I
But
mean,
yeah, I
like,
mean,
if you really
there.
analyze Endgame, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. No,
Yes.
yeah.
No, we were pretty much going on the same page. So you continue yours.
Oh well, I was just gonna say, like, if you look at Endgame for most of it, right? Like, which is why I prefer Infinity War more. But if you look at Endgame, it was kind of like a an homage to the past 10 years that came before it,
That's
right?
exactly
Like
what it was. Yep.
with the
Exactly what I was
time
going to say.
heist, with the time heist, it's like the greatest hits
Mm-hmm.
of the MCU, like all in one movie, and they used the excuse of time travel in order to achieve that, in order to show us like basically a clip show of of the MCU, right? Just saying
Yeah.
like, hey guys, like we're just gonna jerk each other off and just
Mhm.
show you scenes that you've seen before, but just done
Mhm.
slightly differently because
Yeah.
everybody in here
Show
is
a lot
playing
of
a
things
part.
happening at once.
You
We're
know,
gonna
so
need a
it's like
montage.
montage,
Even Rocky
but
had a montage.
montage. But yeah, no,
Always
like
fade
so
out.
like I think like I don't know, like I think like they have run out of like ideas, but again, I'm hopeful
Yeah.
that there will be some sort of like plan that develops in the next however many years it takes for us to see this
Yeah.
movie with
Isn't this movie
Junior
coming out in
as
two
Robert Downey
years?
Jr. in it,
Supposedly, yeah.
supposedly,
So
but
you
I don't
do
know if that's
kind of
going to
have a
happen.
little bit of time, to at least come up with something. Hopefully,
If the movie's coming out in 2 years, then they should have this in plan. They should have this planned out by now,
Yeah. Doomsday.
which kind of gives me
Doomsday
pause.
shouldn't be out until May of 27.
Okay, so 3 years ish.
So we got plenty of time to get there. Hopefully they put everything in order and everything makes sense.
hopefully they listen to this podcast and be like, "Fuck, Frank's right."
Well, it's not just us. It's not just
I
us.
don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm right. It's just that's just what I feel like this is. You know, like
Yeah.
just my opinion.
No, well,
So
I think a lot of us feel that way. That it just seems like more almost pretty much almost everything after what was it, Spider-Man one again, the No Way Home,
No Way Home.
right?
Mhm.
Like it seems like after that it was just like a really slow, like a slow decline. But there were like there was some things where you're just like like that was alright. It's
I
like
mean,
saying,
Shang Chi was good. You know, like
yeah,
I'm
that
It was
wasn't
I'm
really
bad.
good.
And when it comes to like the TV shows, WandaVision I liked.
WandaVision was good.
Miss Marvel I actually liked. It was
I liked
different.
Miss Marvel. I liked Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was good.
Moon Knight
Moon
was
Knight was
great.
fun.
Yeah, I think the problem with Moon Knight was that nobody asked for it, and it
Yeah.
fit nowhere into the continuity. You know,
Hmm.
so
Like it was just there.
And like,
it literally was just made just to be made, just to make money or just to have views. You know,
Hmm.
And what makes me laugh is
it
that
had
I
a
only seen
great
like only the
story.
first episode of Secret Invasion. I never watched anything after that.
you
Uh,
don't need to.
yeah, don't
Um,
No.
bother.
do we do we think we're ever gonna get a Blade movie?
No.
Because
Well,
now it's in
I mean,
Marvel's
like,
limbo.
We could hope. We
well,
could
I mean,
hope.
like they did mention it. What was it? 2 years back, or that they were
I mean,
that it wasn't.
y'all heard what they're doing. Y'all heard what they were doing with the Blade movie, right? Yo, Mahershala Ali is upset. Like
Of
he's
course.
about to walk out.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what's
I'm not
up?
surprised.
Oh, they were gonna make the main character his daughter, and have the character of Blade play like third or fourth fiddle to the overall story. Like he wasn't even gonna be like a whistler. He was gonna be like a I don't know,
I actually thought
like a
like would have probably
cameo
worked.
character in his own movie.
I thought it would have been kind of cool, like an homage that maybe they would have had Wesley Snipes as Whistler.
Man,
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is Blade.
What I mean,
They need
I
to do the
mean,
thing.
I,
Everybody here
fuck.
saw Deadpool, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
I saw it. I saw it on Thursday. I was the first person to see it.
So I mean, like, yo, I
Yo.
fucking flipped out when I
Yo.
saw him.
Yeah.
Yo.
I was like, let's fucking go.
So
You know?
I saw, unfortunately, on Twitter, Screen Rant or IGN or one of these assholes like
Oh,
posted
no.
a spoiler, and I'm like, yo,
How dare they?
I'm like, yes, I'm like, fucking, I was like, Wesley fucking Snipes is back as Blade. And then when I watched the movie last week, and I saw him just so well right back in a Blade 2 Blade. We don't count 3. We don't count 3. Nope, that movie never happened. Um, that was our first. That was our actually. If you want to count Blade 3, that was our first appearance of Wade Wilson. Um,
Yeah.
so, but when he did the thing and said the line, and he's like, "Some motherfuckers are still trying to ice skate uphill." I'm like, "Yo!"
Yo, like
I was like,
even better than that.
Brian
You remember when
Pacific
he
rimmed
said,
all over the movie theater.
you
Mm-hmm.
remember when he said, like, I don't even know when this line was written or like
Yeah.
when they, or when in the mess that's been the Blade movie, like this existed. But like
Mhm.
when he said there's only going to be one Blade, he's like, there's only one Blade, there's only going to be one Blade. And then Deadpool looks
Yeah.
dead at the camera, like
Yeah.
looks like this.
Yeah, like that whole line like that. If you only
And
knew face.
I'm like, that's the thing. It's like, do they, are they making fun of this? Or like,
Yeah.
are they,
They
or did they
clearly
just
were.
not know
No,
when
they're
They
making fun of
clearly
it. They're making
were.
fun
that
of it.
part? That's
But
crazy.
also like, did you see the thing about the history of said characters in movies? Like Wesley Snipes has been Blade longer than Wolverine,
Hugh
or
Jackman's
than Hugh
Wolverine.
Jackman as Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And
See, but the difference is like, at least Hugh Jackman's actually been consistent with it.
right,
Wesley Snipes was just the first one to do it.
right, but also like in
Wait,
terms
how many movies in total that he was Wolverine, including this one?
So like 10 of them.
Yeah, give or
of he's
take,
had a
right?
long, yeah,
Yeah.
but in terms of years, Wesley Snipes has been Blade longer.
Well, yeah. I mean, he stopped for a while.
And also remember that was like the first Marvel property that was, that was a legit blockbuster.
It's the true
Yeah.
start. It's the true start of all of this. It's the
Mm-hmm.
true start of all
Yeah,
this.
I mean,
absolutely.
Was it
Blade,
say that when
Blade
I
is
watch
like,
that.
you better thank me now.
Who directed 2? Was it
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro. That's right.
Yeah.
And I mean, Blade 2 is the Blade. Blade 1 was great, bloody and shit. And a few weeks back in the show, I guess the number one villain on Ranker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's really shitty Steven Dorff CGI.
Yeah, but you remember it was the thing at the time. Let's say if that would have came out later, you'd already know that CGI would have been so much better.
Oh yeah, if they
Yeah, of
rebooted
course.
that, it'd be. I mean, if they remastered that movie, it'd be great.
Oh my god, dude, they remastered that, and honestly, if they remastered it and put it out on, in the theaters, I think it'll
Mhm.
probably make a good amount of money.
Oh, it definitely would.
I still think if you guys remember Blade 2, remember the part where he was ambushed by the two members of the Blood Pack, and he had to fight them inside the lair.
Mm-hmm.
Like the CGI aside, at the end of that fight, to me, like that fight like symbolized like why Wesley Snipes is so good as Blade, because if y'all remember, like during that entire fight, he kept his sword in the sheath the entire time,
Mm-hmm.
and he only pulled it out. He only pulled it out like towards the end when they both started attacking him at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole fucking time he knew that he's like, I don't want to hurt y'all, so I'm gonna take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm not
Was
even
that
gonna pull my
the-
sword out until I need to. And I'm like, this is fucking. And he has like such a way of moving when he fights
Yes.
as Blade. It's like, man, like
Was
like,
that
bring him back, please?
Was that the Ron Perlman fight at the end?
That no. The Ron Perlman fight at the end was different. This was at the beginning when the girl and the other dude who was the leader of the Blood Pack were like testing him, I guess.
Okay,
But
yes.
but they ambushed the crew, Whistler, him, and the other Norman Reedus.
Oh yeah.
They ambushed them in the lair in their base, and then Blade fights them both off. But while he
Yes.
was doing that, he literally, and I mean, Blade, the entire movie was like one step ahead of the entire
Oh, yeah.
Blood Pack. But
He
like,
always was. Yeah.
but like during that fight, like he just like he kept his sword in the sheath, and he was fighting with the sword sheathed the entire time. And I'm like, fucking, like
Mhm.
as just such an insult to the people that were trying to get one over on him, and he was like, nah, y'all are not on my level. Come back later.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah,
No, that's what it was great. I missed that movie. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah,
me too.
it's been like 10 years since I've seen Blade, any of the Blade movies.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been going for a minute, so I got a couple more things, but I think we might just cut it down to just two more things.
Sorry guys, I'm just excited to be back.
No, it's cool. It's
Oh
cool.
no,
It's
this
cool.
was great.
No,
the
this is
MCU,
great.
the MCU banter or whatever really made the podcast. So
Yeah, it's what we do. It's what we're supposed to be here
Should we
for.
all say, Frank, please come home.
Well,
oh my God, there you go. That's the name of the episode. Please come home.
Last
with the advent of your new technological advances, I'm pretty sure I'll be close by.
the episode of the podcast gonna be called "Lassie Come Home."
All right, so let's do two more things. So I had we had another four more things, but two of the four is actually worth watching now. Since we have a little bit of time left. Well, not necessarily. It's not like if we're pressed for time, but we're just about at 2 hours. So let's watch a trailer for something.
We're tired. We also need to get some sleep.
No, I get it. Just. So let's watch the trailer for the Penguin.
Yes,
of course.
Oh, shoot.
Just. The Penguin. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Colin Farrell. Check out the trailer for my new series, Penguin. Trust me, it's just the beginning. Come on. You gotta help me up.
Life is just a dream.
You promised me, Oswald.
I know.
I deserve a better life.
I'm working on it. Well, ain't set up for the honest man to succeed. That should be the American dream right there. You know, beautiful story with a happy ending. But that ain't the way the world works. America's a hustle. Not that I'm complaining.
Penguin, you waltzed in here like you mean something. We're in the middle of a gang war.
Carmine Falcone's dead. If we don't protect what's ours, we just look weak. The streets are talking again. They know there's only one man big enough to run this city.
Do you remember Carmine's door?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sophia, I thought you was still at
Arkham? No. I've been rehabilitated.
You're playing a dangerous game with his family arms. You think I want Sophia Falcone knocking on my door?
She is the hangman.
What is it you're really after, Oz?
Gonna tear down the empire from the inside out. Whoever controls the drug business controls the streets. I'll be running the whole damn trade.
I got ambition. I can help you.
Hey! Feel alive, Vic, huh? Feel your heart beating?
The city is meant to be yours, sweetheart. What are you gonna do to get it?
Trust me. It's just the beginning.
This looks awesome.
Previously on How I Met Your Mother.
It looks dope. It looks dope. I'm really excited for this.
I am excited for it too.
I think that trailer was a lot better than the previous one.
Well, they
Yeah, for
also,
sure.
I saw that the Batman is going to be put back in theaters.
Yeah, that's right.
For
It's
the
like later this
so you
month.
watch that, then you get the re-release. The re-release of
Oh yeah,
Batman
you get
leaving
to
the
you get to
Penguin,
watch like the first 2 episodes, I think, of this, and then you
something
get to
like
watch the
that.
Batman.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
because this is going to take place directly after the Batman, and then when it ends, the Batman 2 is going to take directly after the Penguin series.
Nice.
So
Okay.
this is Matt Reeves' world now, so we're good.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
What did you guys think of that movie, by the way?
I loved it.
I saw it in so back in the I was going to say back in the early days, we all saw that in theaters.
Back in my time.
But the Batman was fantastic. Pattinson was great as Batman in a very like year one style.
To me, it was more like Detective Comics, man. Like,
Exactly.
just...
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. And episode title. Thank you, Frank. Anyway,
nah, like I just really got a Detective Comics vibe from it, but I could absolutely see year one because he was a very young, starting out Batman. But I think by this point he had already been doing it 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. So year two, I guess. But like, yeah, he's still a very like young, inexperienced Batman. He made mad mistakes. He got tagged up a whole lot of time, more times
Big
than
time.
than he should have. That shotgun at the end, man. I'm like,
all right. So before I dive more into that, I think the episode should be titled "To Be Frank."
I like that.
Yeah.
Because it's also to be honest, to be clear. But yeah, fucking guest star gets the name and the title.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do all
That's way too much pressure.
You don't have to do all that. Like, you don't have to do that. Y'all got people showing up in my house, like you're gonna wake up my son, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I thought I told y'all, get the fuck out of here.
But no, but also with the whole Pattinson thing, the movie was great. A little long, so whenever I do watch it on Max, I have to watch it in stages. Like, I'll watch it in, like, half of the movie in night one, half of the movie in night two. But I do thoroughly enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
My honest opinion of it, and I've said it before in the podcast, it was a good movie, but I didn't like it as a Batman movie.
Okay.
And to me, like, even though they like Pattinson, I didn't really like him.
Okay.
And then to me, what was it? Jigsaw Riddler kind of took it away, like, especially like, just to find out that he was just out there, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the portrayal of the Riddler was well done, but definitely over the top at moments. Like with the whole Ave Maria thing, and then like the unnecessary yelling. Like, the Riddler is supposed to be like a more calm, calculated individual that just likes corny ass riddles, but like taking the riddles to like Jigsaw level was
he took it to the extreme.
Yeah.
No, what really gets me is what is it in the Arkham games? At least what was it, Arkham City, where like he kind of had like Saw stages.
Yeah.
But at least it worked there.
Yeah, like and unlike some of the other Saw movies where like the other Jigsaw, I think it was the girl, but like the other one, like she was making traps that were inescapable, whereas like that was never the pattern before. Like Jigsaw always made a way. There was always a way out that caused you minimal pain.
Yeah,
but you just have to think about it. And
they had to sacrifice something. It was always something as such.
Something small.
But you know what it was? It was that whole thing. It was that whole thing of she was just, everybody that has crossed her, Amanda.
Taking revenge. Amanda,
yeah, she was
taking. Yeah.
Well, remember, I'm the fanatic of the Saw series, so
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so
I haven't watched the latest ones. Like I didn't see Spiral and I didn't see Saw 8.
Saw X. It was 10.
X. Okay. Damn.
And what's funny was a few weeks ago I watched both of them back to back.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because
I think I have all of them, so I do want to watch.
I gotta
X and
pick up
Spiral.
Spiral and Saw X on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. But I did buy them digitally.
Very cool.
But
yeah,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think I think like the whole like the setting those like riddles to the extreme, like kind of like in a Jigsaw way, was a nice touch. But I think like the character definitely overacted at times, so I can see.
I
see
think
your
that's
point.
what like took me away from it. And then Brian is right. Like that movie, like they could have been like 15 minutes cut from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole Catwoman thing.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Like she was good, but she was like unnecessary.
And then like even though Steve, I know he liked it or whatever, I wasn't a big fan of the Batmobile.
Oh, dude, what?
Because you know what it was to me, it was kind of too plain.
I mean,
it's like saying okay, because the other thing.
Think about it though. Like this is again like a year 2 Batman.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
He's,
Like,
he's
gotta
just starting.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm saying I get it.
It's
I
like,
get
it's
it,
not
I
gonna
get
be
it.
like a fucking Chrysler with
You wanted the bat. You wanted the.
wings and the fucking penis car. Yeah,
You
not
wanted-
yet. You know,
You wanted.
I'm not asking for Gary and Ace to
No,
fucking
no.
eventually get duomobile. I'm not asking for that.
You were looking. You were looking for the Batman Forever Batmobile. I get it.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
The rib
If
cage.
you're gonna give me like the best Batmobile, it's fucking Tim Burton '89 Batmobile.
yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But
You
this,
know,
And then and then honorable mentions, even though thing animated series Batmobile.
oh yeah, but I mean, like, but think about it, like a year 2 Batman with like a souped up Dodge Charger. Like. To me, I thought it fit perfectly, and I don't know about you, but that scene fucking blew me away in the theater.
No, the scene
Yeah.
wasn't bad, but to me, like I said, it's just like I'm.
and
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it was bad, but it's just for me. It's just
the car.
yeah, I didn't like the car. I wasn't a
Okay.
big fan of sparkly Batman. But you know what? Though I'm not gonna say he's a bad actor because he did okay, but it's just he was not my favorite Batman. I still saying my least favorite Batman. To it's a combination between Kilmer, Clooney, and fucking Bale.
So, Dick Cheney, Casamigos, and Top Gun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Fair enough.
or
Iceman.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Terminator Salvation, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, and the final piece that we're gonna go to is something that's not necessarily. Well, no, actually, no. Fuck that. We actually saw a teaser a couple weeks ago, and I was impressed with the teaser. But then we got a full trailer, and I am very excited for this because this does definitely feel more my lane. And we're talking about Hellboy, the Crooked Man.
Oh, great! This piece of shit.
Well, remember the first
Jesus, Brian.
No, but
Whoa.
Brian's not wrong. I mean, like when we saw it, remember we kept
Let's
saying like,
watch the trailer. Let's watch the trailer.
okay, fine.
The full length trailer still looks like shit, but okay.
I need to understand. Like you do.
That's exactly why you shouldn't be here.
You might say a demonic entity falls under our expertise. Crooked man's waiting on you.
That's interesting. Oh, you didn't want me to squash?
No, squashing's good.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
I thought Big Red wasn't scared of anything.
Well, I know something you're afraid of.
You hear something?
Your road ends in the dark like mine. Let's just keep on coming.
It ain't even really begun.
Come on, Snake, let's rattle.
Let not your horns be troubled. By way they know not.
I will make the darkness light. And the crooked things straight. You doubt the power of prayer, son? Just in case.
See, this looks fucking cool to me. This is a horror movie. It's not your typical fucking Hellboy that we've gotten in the past.
It looks like a horror bull movie, Steve.
Oh my god.
I'm indifferent because I mean this trailer looked a lot better than the previous. What was it 2?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but even with that, it's just I still don't like how Hellboy looks, man. Like you already know. Like I still say Hellboy will always be Ron Perlman to me. And then what was it? This dude, David Harbour. Actually, that Hellboy was actually not bad. It took me a long time to watch it, and then when I did finally watch it, I was like, you know what? It's better than I expected.
This movie looks like really bad cosplay.
Well, I personally, I think I know I see where Steve is coming from because like it's definitely it's leaning way into the other side of like the horror side.
All right, so it's the blind leading the blind. Okay.
So no, it's like this is going to be like a purely horror movie now instead of like the action movies that we've gotten in the past with Hellboy.
Define horror though, Frank.
Right.
Like jump scares and supernatural ghost shit and
I've seen fan-made trailers that look better than this piece of shit.
Maybe so, but
I bet if they took this trailer and sliced it down and made a trailer that was sort of better, maybe, just maybe, I'd still say fuck no, this movie sucks.
Ye of little faith.
I think
Ryan, tell us how you really feel.
Yo, you could have gotten Nicolas Cage portraying Hellboy, and it still would have been a better movie than this movie. Because it also would have been a real life movie. Nicolas Cage. I mean, like, aren't the comics movies are one and the same?
Yeah, the comics are horror comics.
Aren't the comics like horror themed? Maybe?
Yeah, they are.
Right? Like, so it's like, and this is based off of like one of the bigger stories in the comics, right?
The Crooked Man. Yes.
So it's kind of like the production value is not nearly as polished as as Guillermo del Toro movies.
Yeah. Because that one had a lot more money. It had also a bigger budget, a bigger studio. This one is Ketchup Entertainment.
Should we just call? sorry. Should we just call this
Mustard Media?
Hellboy 1, or should we just call this movie Hellboy: The Wicker Man? Because not the bees.
Damn.
Fair.
Yo, I was gonna say Hellboy with Uncle Howdy.
Wow, I think I see
the WWE production of the worst of the wild.
Yo, wow, WWE. What was it? WWE Films presents Hellboy.
Nah, but you know
May
what? This movie makes me want to go read the comic that it's based on. So, or the trailer. I mean, it makes me want to go read the comic that it's based on. So I might do that.
This movie makes me want to go to sleep.
It's. That's fair. Damn. That's fair. We all have our opinions. We all have our opinions. I'm
opinions
a fan
are like assholes.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm a fan of this. I'm like definitely excited for it. I'm definitely gonna be going to see this. Because I want to see something different. Yes, it is Hellboy. Yes, we've seen Hellboy tons of different times. But this one feels different, and it feels right up my alley because I am a big horror fan. And this seems like a horror movie, not just an action movie, not just a regular comic book movie. It's like a horror movie. That's why I want to see it. It checks all my boxes.
If you're taking a Fandango, that you're gonna be like one of one person.
That's fine.
At least he'll get the seat that he wants.
Exactly. I'll get my seat regardless. Yes, I'll be fine.
Damn shit.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the popcorn bucket looks like for this piece of shit.
They probably won't have a popcorn bucket, which is fine. It doesn't.
If they do,
it's gonna be the hat from the Crooked Man.
Nah, it's not.
No.
Honestly, who wants to pay $30 for another popcorn bucket anyway?
Wow, you're being kind, dude. Usually popcorn buckets are like a minimum 40.
If this is gonna be a popcorn bucket, it's gonna be the fucking shit.
Yeah, the collector's buckets or whatever on average are like at least 40.
And imagine what the resale is going to be like on.
Yes, they're like double, dude. Because I wanted to try to get that. What was it? The one for Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. I wanted that Ecto, the Ecto trap or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted that, and that one like online to find it, you minimum of like $100 and something bucks.
Damn, really? I bought mine for $25.
Well, yeah, because you got it when you went to go see it. When I went to go see Frozen Empire, I went to Alamo Draft House, and they sold out the fucking the pint glass of Slimer that I wanted to get.
All I know is that if there's gonna be a popcorn bucket for this movie, it's gonna be the fucking shit emoji.
Damn.
Or it might be
what a hater, dude.
Or it might be the dumpster on fire emoji, because that would be cool.
Or it could be the dog from the Powerpuff Girls or whatever. Everything's on fire, and she's like, "This is fine.
This is fine."
What a hater.
They're shitting so hard on this shit.
Right?
It goes back to what I said. Brian, tell us how you really feel.
Haterade.
No.
He had haterade for dinner, dude.
Like, damn.
Yeah, it was cherry flavored.
This like, tasted good.
No, it's kind of funny. Brian is so mad with it or whatever. He was like, it wasn't cherry flavor. He was like, which one you had, Brian, of the haterade? The red.
Yeah, word.
Yo.
Red number 12.
Hellboy looks like shit. Anyway, go on.
No, but you know what though? Like I kind of agree. Like it's just the whole thing of at least even though the David Harbour one or whatever was like a little different, but at least it looked better than this one. This one or whatever, like how Brian said, looks like cosplay Hellboy.
See, but that one had a Netflix budget.
This one Netflix.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
No. This movie.
Yeah. The David Harbour one was a Netflix movie.
Was
Fine.
it?
Yeah, it wasn't Prime because I would have seen it if it was on Prime.
Look it up, dude, real quick, because I don't think it was a Netflix.
It has the budget of people hanging out at the Javits Center just pretending to fucking play movie.
That's how you really feel. Jeez.
God,
I literally did. I
don't know about you, but this is making great fucking content. I don't care what you say.
Oh no, for sure. It's a Netflix movie.
This movie,
David Harbour.
This movie looks so bad they might as well call it. Yo, this movie looks so cheesy that they might as well call it Heckboy.
Wow.
No, I already know the title. It's What the Hell, Boy?
Yo, this movie looks so bad they might as well call it Fuckboy, okay?
Damn.
Wow.
Jesus, but fucking Christ, Brian. What the hell, man?
Testicle Tuesday, Alex.
He's so angry.
Yeah.
Brian, it's still not a chandelier.
He's so angry. That's gonna be the episode title. He's so angry.
He's so angry.
Yo, episode
No,
title.
I got it. The episode title. To be frank, he's so angry.
Who hurt you today? Where did show on the doll where the trailer touched you? Like goodness, like goodness gracious.
It was kind of funny. He didn't touch you. It was a gut punch. He full of disgust.
I mean, honestly, earlier tonight this should have been called like #fun, like back in the day. But anyway, Because if you remember, Frank, back in Midtown Comics, everything was hashtag.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I remember.
so
Damn,
no,
Midtown. I haven't been there
this
in a long
episode should be
time.
titled "What the Frank."
You don't got to do all of that. I don't want that kind of pressure.
we just everything that we're throwing is just Frank puns.
Yeah,
I know what I love is it's like, you know, Frank just said it, but I'm thinking more like Rugrats. I don't want the responsibility.
Oh, Reptar. Please
Turns your
tell me
tongue
you're
green.
Frank. Please tell me you're going to be back soon.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I'll come
Whenever
back.
you're
I'll come
free.
back. I'll come back. Like, you know, if I'm invited to come back, you know.
You're more than.
Yeah, you're more than invited, dude.
Wow, I didn't know you needed an invitation or whatever. Like, look at him.
No,
My man, my brother man right now is just like, you know, like, listen, you know, I need a cordial invitation.
No,
you know, I need a horse-drawn carriage to pick me up. I have to be back before midnight.
You know what it is. You know what it is. It's that Frank's the vampire, so he needs a perfectly, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has to be welcome.
Yeah.
Right.
Because motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill.
I can't come into the house. I can't come into the house.
Yeah,
invited.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I
yes,
mean that's you know that's a legit way of looking at it. No, I'm like, yeah, of course I'll come back. I'm just not gonna like yo, like when we recording.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Well, not every week at least, you know. So at least that.
But I mean, you already know this. This comes from me. This comes from Alex. This comes from Steve.
Yep.
Whenever you're into this, whenever you got the time, please come home. Because
I thought Brian was gonna start singing. Please don't go. Don't go. We're begging you to stay.
This is a lot of fun. I'll definitely be back.
I mean,
I'll definitely come back.
The longer you stay away, the more production value will grow. I mean,
I'm actually terrified to think like what the production value.
Yo,
would be like
the next time you join this team, it might not even be any of us. It might just be AI saying, "Hey, Frank."
Yeah, just robots.
Yeah.
Hey, insert name here.
Yo, but seriously, we love you. We miss you.
Yeah,
thank you for being a part of this once again. Yeah, getting you out of retirement, man.
Nah, it was again.
I love how Frank right now is just getting his flowers.
Nah, I woke up. I literally woke up on Monday, and I was like, "Let me text Steve real quick." And I'm like, "Yo, Steve."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, Steve. I was just wondering if I could come back on the show as a guest sometime." He's like, "All right, yeah, we'll do it Friday." I'm like, "This Friday? Like this Friday?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
And I was like, "I'll send you the invite soon."
Yeah, I'll send you the stuff.
And Steve, I think there's people that need to applaud Frank right now.
Word.
Oh my God, no, please, no, I just got them out of here. I just, you guys. I just,
there goes another penny flying by.
Oh shit!
I just got them out of here, guys.
Yeah.
The missus is gonna wake up in the morning, whatever, seeing panties on the floor, whatever. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, she's like, what
you know, it was an experience with the podcast. How did it come through the screen?
Like technology.
Lawnmower man.
There were people in here. There were people in here. They were clapping. There was talk of AI and production value. Just
yeah, AI, fucking Skynet.
It just went crazy. It just went crazy.
It just got expensive.
Skynet is real.
Yeah.
Things just got real expensive all of a sudden.
Yeah,
right. Steven broke his piggy bank.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for listening. We greatly appreciate you guys again for being here. Make sure you check out everything on InnerCityGeeks.net. Of course, we have this show. We have Bright J Presents. We also have Comics Goes the Water, Anime World, Manga Time, all by Mario. He does a bunch of episodes all the fucking time. It's got good stuff. Then we also have links to places, and you can also find the show on iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music,
Audible,
and
motherfucking Spotify.
Jinx!
Jesus. Yeah.
You can also find the show on Jesus.com.
Yeah, word,
Anyway.
word.
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Now we got canceled. Thank you, Brian.
No.
First Deadpool, now us.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I'm Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, but you can find us on all those places. That's where you can listen to the show. Obviously, you're listening to the show now, but just in case you want to share it with everybody, of course, go check it out. You can also find the show on the Instagram and the Twitters at InnerCityGeeks. But where can we find you guys at? Brian, let's start with you.
Oh, great. Me. Hi, everyone. You can find me being savage, where I am savage all the motherfucking time. And also my AirPod
angry.
dropped out of my ear.
Good job.
Yay, Apple products. You can check out bride2jpresents.com. There's going to be content soon. I might figure out a way to link this fucking show to it, like I have the other way around. It's probably going to be a redesign of the website when I got time. Check out Bride2J Presents on YouTube. There's some content that's old as shit.
Yeah, but it's there. It doesn't get deleted unless you delete it yourself. Yeah.
It's there. Also on bride2jpresents.com, you can check out old articles and blogs. I can't create new ones because my keyboard on my iPad is haunted. I do not have the letter U unless I type U, and that's not English.
It's not Soldier Boy. You're not Soldier Boy.
Right.
I get it.
I know. Yo, my shit literally fucking spazzes out. It's weird.
Nice.
Check out me on Instagram, Bride2J, and also Bride2J Presents, and also check out Twitter because I refuse to call it fucking X. It sounds like a porn site. Check out my.
Well, technically, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. It's just a little bit more.
Twitter's got a lot of that on there. So.
It's more. X.com sounds more right-handed. Check out my Twitter.
I thought it was left-handed.
Presents. I was kind of pointing out a political thing, but anyway. So check out.
Okay, whatever.
Check out.
Presents.
I don't know. I don't see any of that right-handed shit on my side, so I guess you're right. But
anyway, I mean, it's better if I. It's a little bit more cleaner if I said check out Elon Musk's X.
I guess.
Yeah, there's all my shit. Alex, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Denied, DINYED, and on Instagram at Denied, DIN.Y.ED. Where can we find you, Frank?
Oh boy, it's been a while since I've done this.
It is man cave.
So yeah, it's just it's man cave. It took a lot of time
with random people clapping and panties being thrown.
I know, like guys, like I had to lock the door. Like this can't. They cannot come back in here. It is one.
Get out! I have a kid and a wife.
They cannot come back in here. Oh my God! There were more.
Yo!
Like guys,
literally just wait.
Like please.
This dude literally waited for today to break out the fucking laugh track. Okay. Anyway,
it's been a while since I've done this.
Are we gonna?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Frank from Manso. You can also find me on Twitter at FFM0. And in a couple of months, I would just say, just look me up on IMDb.
Ooh,
might be a thing. Might be a little thing that you might
fancy.
So just in a couple of months. So that's a story for another day. But but yeah. You can find me on the socials. Just look up my name, Frank from Manso, and you should be able to find me very easily.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks, guys. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun coming back and talking to y'all, seeing y'all again. It was cool.
Hell yeah!
It's
okay.
It's Steve.
It's Blade.
Where can we find you, Steve?
Yeah, and you guys can find me On Twitter and on Instagram.
You'll tell me later.
At Mr. Jackal, MisterJackal. Again, I greatly appreciate you guys listening. Spending the last 2.5 hours here listen to us talk about stuff. Greatly appreciate y'all. And don't be a dick, but always remember, the geeks shall inherit the earth.
So.